Let us put ourselves in the holy presence of God. Father in heaven, always merciful and giver of life, we humbly ask that you bless each one of us, from the speakers, program committees, guests, and participants. Guide us to make better decisions as we incorporate what we will learn throughout this activity. Thank you for the infinite blessings and countless opportunities. Lord, today as we start our activity, may we always be grateful to learn new things. Shed the light of your wisdom and bless each one, especially our speakers, as they will share their knowledge to us. Through your mercy and grace, may peace and utmost understanding shine and dwell unto us. Almighty God, accompany each one and help us concentrate for us to gain more knowledge as we listen attentively. This we ask in your name. Amen.
Hello everyone. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. And welcome to another learning session offered to you by Knights of Online Marketers. So sa lahat po ng ating mga participants who are currently watching live both dito sa ating Zoom conference, pati sa ating Facebook live streaming, maraming salamat po for investing your Wednesday evening ng 2 hours in order for you to join and participate sa aming learning session, which is all about financial literacy and financial management. So today is February 28th, and this is the second to the last na learning session na meron kami for the month of February. And just to give everyone a glimpse kung ano yung aming last webinar for tomorrow, it is all about tourism and hospitality management. So that's why sa mga interested na matutunan, ma-understand kung ano ba yung kung ano yung tourism industry, kung ano yung hospitality management, you are all welcome to participate tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the evening. Some of you here already participated with our previous webinars. And alam naman ninyong lahat na this is actually a free webinar. Lahat ng webinars namin are actually free. Wala kayong binayarang registration fee, but to those who are interested lang to get a certificate out of the events that we are conducting, so that's you are required to pay for a specific processing fee for that. Pero again, I will mention to everyone na all our webinars are free. So that's why if you are interested to know our upcoming webinars, all you need to do is just to visit our Facebook page, yung Knights of Online Marketers, or pwede rin yung personal page ko na Ronald Piper Rambuanga. For tonight, hindi po ako yung magiging resource speaker ninyo. Just to give you a bit of a background muna in regards to this program, kasi when I started conducting training programs para sa mga Filipinos na interested maging isang virtual assistant or yung tinatawag nating online job, di ba? Naisip ko kasi na why not I will include in the training program, part of the training program ng mga future virtual assistants, yung financial literacy and financial management. Kasi when I started my digital career way back 2011, syempre para akong na-overwhelm with the income that I am receiving, with the service fee that the clients are paying me in dollars, no? So kaya ang nangyari sa akin before, gastos ako ng gastos ng pera, di ba yung ugali ng mga Filipinos, no? Kapag maraming pera, one day millionaire, and so on. So that's why when I am starting my digital career, like 13 years ago, hindi ko talaga na-manage ng maayos yung mga finances ko. Parang napunta lang sa wala, kumbaga. Sana noon pa lang, alam ko na kung ano yung mga vehicles na pwede kong gamitin or kung saan ko pwedeng ilagay yung pera ko aside from saving it sa bank. So that's why sabi ko sa sarili ko nga, while I am creating our training program, while I am improving it, sabi ko, why not i-include ko siya sa program, yung financial management for our trainees para maiwasan nilang maranasan yung mistake na nagawa ko noon. So that's why some of the participants tonight, they are actually my batch 23 trainees para sa aming online training program for virtual assistants. Supposedly, naisip ko na i-exclusive sa kanila, but because we want Filipinos na maging literate in terms of managing finances, kaya sabi ko, i-open ko na lang sa public. So that's why again, I'm very happy because finally, our resource speaker accepted my invitation after, I believe, the last time na nag-conduct kami ng financial management with our trainees, like before the pandemic pa. I am sure that the invited resource speaker this evening will provide you the right knowledge in order for you to have financial stability in the future. Kasi always remember, as an individual, you need to properly and effectively manage your finances. Kaya dapat meron tayong budgeting, i-track natin yung ating mga expenses, you save para ma-achieve yung mga goals, and so on. Especially naman if you are doing business, no? If you have your own business, if you are planning to be an entrepreneur someday, you also need to learn financial management then in order for you to achieve business success. So for the benefit of time, hindi ko na hahabaan yung aking introduction about the program. Magsasama-sama tayo ngayong gabi until 8 o'clock in the evening. So later on, our source speaker will open the floor if you have questions that you want to raise regarding the discussed topic. So guys, siya na lang din yung mag-introduce more about himself. But I am very happy and proud to say that our resource speaker this evening for a webinar on financial literacy and management is a good friend of mine since 2018. No, nagkasabay kasi kami sa isang speaking sa isang event. Both of us are resource speakers. Siya sa financial management, and during that time I talk about marketing. Nag-align ang universe nung nakita kami February 28 because even up to now, the First Metro Securities and Knights of Online Marketers are still in good partnership. So our source speaker is the Business Development Officer of First Metro Securities, si Sir John Philip Billones or si Sir JP. Hi Sir JP, good evening.
Yan, good evening, Piper, no? So thank you
Hello.
so much for that very warm and very nice na introduction, no? And I'm happy that you shared na parang yung ano natin, no, how this progress, no, come to think of it
Yes.
na we started this way back in 2018 pa.
Yes.
But
Oo.
it's already 2024. So I hope I hope, no, it's a testament yung mga programs that we collaborate with you. I hope it is a testament to our attendees tonight na it's something that's effective, it's something na valuable siya. And I hope, no, lahat ng naturo namin sa mga previous batches, actually maswerte kayo ngayon because every time I present, parang I try to do my best na may bago always, no? But the core concepts are medyo similar lang, but syempre, ano yun, no? Continuous improvement, kumbaga. And with that, no, thank you so much, Piper. And it's, I
Yes,
hope,
sir. Thank
no,
you.
it's very inspiring na kayo rin, no, na I hope I can spark your inspirations as well na ano siya, no, na you will also be doing well with your finances. So with that, thank you, Piper, for turning it to me. Let me share my screen. Ayan. So can you guys please type 1 if you see my screen? Just to confirm. Ayan. Actually, just to need to check if nandyan pa rin kayo. So, ayan, no? So, good evening to all of you, no? I hope you're well and good. Medyo rainy dito sa Davao where I am located, no? And I'm very thrilled na I'll be able to join you virtually all the way here from Davao City. So, by the way, as much as possible, no, if we can turn off our microphones para lang no? If there are opportunities later that I'll be asking, meron naman din po because I tend to be interactive as well. Now, isa siguro sa mga ano, no, ako I consider sila Piper very lucky kasi
Wait.
ano siya eh, I would say pioneer siya and above the, ano siya, ahead of the curve siya kasi start way back
Excuse me, sir.
2014 pa.
To
Go
those
ahead.
na turn on yung microphone, especially with Taiwan Tayang, can you please always check your microphone if it's already turned on, ha? Kasi para hindi madidistract of course ang speaker and other participants. Always check lang yung microphones natin. So thank you everyone.
Thank you
Continue.
for that, Piper. Now, again, ito yung value ng parang digitalization na kasi kahit saan man kayo sa mundo right now, later I will be asking you where you are located now, but we are able to add value. And I think that's very cost efficient and everything, no, na we are able to add value kahit saan man kayo sa Pilipinas or around the world. Now, I'd like to welcome, no, right now, I'm very happy we have 93 participants as of this moment. So thank you so much sa pag-attend na this Wednesday evening about financial management na webinar. Again, no, you could have been somewhere else pero you chose to devote your time. Ngayon, 2 hours na session right now. I hope, no, we will be able to make the most out of your time. And as I mentioned kanina, no, I just want to express my gratitude sa queen of the Knights of the Online Marketers na si Piper Rambuanga, no, for inviting me to conduct this session para sa inyo. And I will be sharing with you paano ma-empower yung mga Filipinos through wealth building literacy. Now, before we dive in, no, let me introduce myself first. I consider myself one of the lucky ones in life. Kasi pagkapanganak ko pa lang, meron na agad akong bilyones. Again, my name po is JP Bilyones. I used to have an above average paying job pero for some reason hindi po ako nakapag-ipon ng pera. A little bit similar to the story ni Piper, no? Tapos worse pa nun, no? Hindi ako nakapag-ipon ng pera tapos baon pa talaga ako sa utang. However, when I look at the society, parang may ibang tao dyan na parang wala silang problem when it comes to handling their finances. So tinanong ko yung sarili ko, ano ba yung ginagawa ng mga taong may pera na hindi ginagawa ng mga taong baon sa utang? And those two questions led me to become a personal finance and investment literacy advocate. Yung passion and purpose ko talaga in life is to help more Filipinos like you who are attending this evening, no, na ma-appreciate natin yung pag-ipon ng pera kasi pinaghirapan natin siya. Yun lang yung medyo ironic for me kasi sobrang pinaghirapan natin yung pera natin, pero pag natanggap na natin yung pera, the way we spend it, parang hindi natin siya pinaghirapan. 'Di ba? And of course, hindi lang today, no? Meron tayong tinitingnan yung sa future. And I hope you will consider to invest para ma-achieve yung financial goals ninyo faster. Currently, I serve as the Business Development Section Head for the Mindanao Desk of First Metro Securities. And we are the stock brokerage house ng Metro Bank Group. And as you can see from my professional certification, yung circle of competence ko lang revolves around the topics on saving, budgeting, financial goal setting, yung pag-i-invest sa stocks, pooled funds, bonds, and active trading using technical analysis. And this year, I also became a bona fide member ng Finance Educators Association. So I'm excited for the opportunities for being a member of that prestigious na organization. Now, over the years po, I've had the privilege no na magtrabaho with First Metrosec. Yung goal naman namin talaga, hindi lang talaga financial success, but we want to empower individuals like yourself with the knowledge and tools na kailangan for you to be able to make informed na mga investment decisions. Lalo na po sa amin, sa Business Development and Market Education team, we have these opportunities na mga ganito na we can inspire people na mag-upgrade yung money management skills nila. And not only that, but create awareness of many na mga investment opportunities na legitimate, affordable, and accessible. Na yung market education efforts namin po, we just aim to bridge the gap no, between yung complexity ng investments and understanding them. We want to ensure lang na you're able to grasp the fundamentals na after attending our sessions, magiging confident kayo na i-apply siya sa sariling mga saving and investing strategies ninyo. Now, before we embark on this learning journey tonight, gusto ko muna malaman yung mga attendees natin tonight. Can you please type, saan ba kayo? Where are you tuning in right now? So, can you name the city, sang panig ng Pilipinas, or are you located in other countries? Ayan, we have people here from Bohol, so Bisaya, from Boholano pala, Boholano, but a little bit similar to Bisaya. We have people from Bulacan, people from Navotas, also another people from Bulacan, another people from Nueva Vizcaya, Davao City, Pateros, Olongapo, Quezon City, Laguna, Tanay. Ayan, I'm very inspired to see na ang daming taga Luzon attending this evening, let's try to check. Now we have people from Mindanao, may mga taga Jensan, people from Mindanao, Quezon City, Caloocan, Southern Leyte, Zamboanga, and Cebu City, mga Bisaya out there, Davao, Calamba, Ilocos Sur. So may mga Ilocano din tayo in attendance. We have OFWs, from Hong Kong. Yan, from mga taga Bicol, another OFW from Canada. Yan, thank you so much, So ano pala very diversified siya. So that tells me as well dapat Tagalog pala Taglish tayo because many of you are widespread from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, and other countries. Now, I very appreciate this na it's a very diverse audience that you are coming together in this session para ma-explore niyo yung world ng finances. Now, we acknowledge po na ito po yung current demographics ng stock market investors sa Philippines as of 2022. Diba, alam po ninyo na sa Philippines we have over 100 million in population, pero sobrang konti lang po nang nag-invest sa stock market. That's less than 1%, Nasa 1.71 million lang. Tapos, karamihan po sa kanila are locally employed, which I think most of you are locally employed as well. Pero meron na rin gaining interest from OFWs and even students. So, I'd like to pose this as a challenge as well, Kung may mga estudyante na nagsisimula na silang mag-invest, na wala pa silang capacity, Siyempre, wala pa silang trabaho, wala pa silang income, but they started already, how much more na tayo na nagtatrabaho na? Diba? So mas meron na tayong capacity. Now, karamihan din are still from Luzon, and Manila, nasa 81.5%. Pero where we are based, kami ni Piper, we are here in Mindanao, we only represent 2.5%. No, imagine that, guys, no, 2.5% of the 1% who invest, no. So sobrang konti pa lang talaga. So if I may ask the attendees again tonight, no, kayo, how about you guys? Meron na ba kayong any form of investment accounts, be it nag-i-invest kayo sa VUL, be it nag-i-invest kayo sa MP2, nag-i-invest na ba kayo sa mga time deposits, no? So can you please chat yes or no, no? Or baka meron na kayong mga mutual funds, UITFs, ayan. I see some answers here. So if wala, yeah, you can just type no, no? Yan, ang daming nag-EMP to, no? Baka kaka-release lang ng dividends for 2023. I hope you're happy there, no? Ako, I'm happy. That's 7.05% for 2023. And yan, I hope may mga ano rin, happy din kayo sa dividends. Yan, some people wala pa. For those who are investing sa stocks, no, baka you can share kung what broker you are using. Yan. So, I'm happy to see na marami nagsasabi din no, no. And actually, for those na nagsabi no, yan po, diyan po kami pumapasok because we are here to educate you. Now, whether kayo po seasoned investor na kayo or magsisimula pa lang, I hope marami kayong matutunan sa discussion natin tonight. Now, before we delve into the key aspects, no, sa financial literacy and inclusion, I just want to share with you, no, yung mga highlights sa experience ko. Now, ako I'm very fortunate sa trabaho ko, no, kasi may privilege ako to conduct sessions for the general public. Meron kami internally sa First Metrosec, pero meron din kami mga external invitations. And usually, no, our invitations come from schools and academic organization na they tap us, no, to educate even students pa lang how to manage money effectively. Para sa akin, doon pinakamagandang magturo how to manage money, yung estudyante pa lang. Kasi paminsan, they don't know even to manage their small allowance, magugulpi sila pagdating ng malaking sahod nila relatively. Now, I hope, no, sa investing din, na they are able to start as early as possible kasi malaking tulong sa pag-i-invest yon. So here are some photos, no, with our engagements sa University of the Philippines, University of Mindanao, Ateneo de Davao University, and various na mga JCFAP chapters. Now, not only schools, no, but also government agencies like the Department of Trade and Industry, Bureau of Fire Protection, Department of Education. Ito nakakatuwa, no, from teachers induction program up to pre-retirement counseling. Natatap din tayo doon to provide investment and financial literacy to them. Now, not only that, also seen Embassy of the Philippines, no, through mga bonds na mga offering namin. Now, all of this, no, we just want to collaborate with them to promote financial literacy. And lastly, not only government agencies, also mga private na mga institutions, no, tulad ng Jollibee, Deloitte, Greenwich, no? And usually natatap kami ng mga private institutions, yung malapit na yung 13th month pay, yung panahon na pagbibigay ng bonus. Some of them nga requirements sa kanila, no? It's a requirement for them na before they get their 13th their bonus na mga allowances, required for them to attend our financial literacy sessions just to remind them na yung pera hindi lang siya panggastos, no? There are other things that you can put it into for your brighter financial future. And of course, hindi po pahuli dyan, no? Si Knights of Online Marketers, na mention na to ni Piper kanina, no? That we've met actually 2018 pa, no? Tapos I'm happy that nakita din ni Piper yung vision na maganda siya idagdag sa mga virtual assistants. Kasi ang relatively mataas yung sahod for the virtual assistants kasi nga you have foreign clients or business yung mga kliyente ninyo. So I was able to help in that regard since 2018 pa. We've done this for a couple of years already. Yun lang, because of the pandemic, medyo nakat yung ano namin, no? Hindi masyado kami nagko-conduct ng mga sessions thereafter. But I'm happy that after ngayon, 2024 na, bumalik na ulit yung mga collab sessions namin with Piper and the Knights of Online Marketers. Now, I'm excited to equip you, no, with the knowledge and confidence about financial management. And hopefully, I can share to you mga insights ko, no, kung paano natin ma-empower yung Filipinos through wealth building na literacy. Now, alam ko, no, medyo excited na kayo matuto. So kung may mga questions kayo, no, during the presentation, Feel free to jot them down, no? Para later sa live Q&A, pwede nyo po itanong. And I hope, no, you will learn a lot sa session na to. So I want you to buckle up and let's get started. So let me share to you my story, no? Para makita niyo yung context, no? Noon, I used to have an above average paying job, but for some reason, no, I kept getting caught in this cycle, no? Like many of us, no, ako nag-aaral ako, no? If you're a student, you study for your allowance. Us as income earners, we work for income, 'di ba? Yun lang. Problema ko noon is that I get into a lifestyle of instant gratification. Like bumibili ako ng gamit kahit hindi ko naman talaga kailangan, tapos gumagastos ako kahit hindi ko pa talaga afford. Now, paminsan nakakalimutan ko pa si due date, no? Yung due date ng kuryente, tubig, sasakyan, bahay at iba pa. So these are our responsibilities. So kailangan to silang bayaran. So kung napasobra ka ng gastos, I live beyond my income. So for the students out there, you live beyond your allowance. And syempre, wala kang naiipon. Now, actually okay lang yung nasi-stretch mo yung pera mo, no? Pero pag na-short ka at nagkaroon ng emergency, paminsan wala kang choice kundi mangutang. And of course, yung utang, meron din siyang interest. Now, what if sakto lang yung lifestyle and bills mo for the income that you're getting? How much more if you're paying interest sa mga utang mo? Now, with that, kailangan mong kumayod sa trabaho at maghanap ng extra source of income. Now, I used to be stuck in this cycle, no? But fortunately, I realized na hindi lang ako nag-iisa sa cycle na to. Ang dami ding Filipinos who struggle with similar na mga money problems. And yung pinakamalaking culprit talaga is, first, spontaneous na spending without a plan. So, gumagastos tayo na walang plano. Alam nyo ba na 33% of Filipinos spend more than they earn, no? So gumagastos sila, no? 1 in every 3 Filipinos, they are struggling financially because gumagastos sila more than sa kinakita nila. And this is likely because 54% of Filipinos admit to not having a budget, no? Likely napapasobra yung gastos nila because wala silang budget. So para kang nagna-navigate, no, from sa finances mo from point A to point B na wala kang mapa or guide para to check if you're in that right track, 'di ba? So ito yung reality ng karamihan sa atin, no? So how about you sa mga attendees natin ngayon? Meron ba kayong budget para sa mga income ninyo? Or when you do you spend less than what you receive? No? So maybe ano lang point of reflection sa inyo. Now, the challenge here is this, guys, no? Pag kinombine mo yung impulse spending with the lack of budgeting, unfortunately, it leads to another major money problem ng Filipinos, which is a weak savings culture, no? Ang hina ng savings culture ng Pilipino. Bakit? 44% of Filipinos, no, that's almost half ng population, they are unbanked, no? Ibig sabihin wala silang formal accounts. So ibig sabihin niya, millions of our kababayans excluded sila sa financial system. Na with that, nahihirapan sila to, syempre, no? Paano sila makakapag-ipon kung wala silang account? More so, napapalago ng pera nila. Now, even those with accounts, no? Yung situation hindi siya that rosy. Kasi did you know that 63% of Filipinos admit to not having any savings? So if I may ask you, no, kamusta po yung savings level natin, no? Medyo ano ba? May safety net ba yung bank accounts natin? Now, imagine, no, what if wala kang safety net sa bank account mo tapos may small unexpected expense? I think you've experienced that as I have experienced in the past as well, na to throw off talaga yung balance ng pera natin. Now, unfortunately, itong lack ng savings makes Filipinos especially vulnerable to another problem, and that is utang, no? We are very vulnerable to utang. So how about you guys? Kamusta? Meron ba tayong mga outstanding na utang ngayon? No? So when emergencies arise, yung mga financial goals natin parang ang hirap abutin, many of us, no, Filipinos resort to borrowing, no? Now, ang hirap kasi nito guys, if wala tayong proper financial literacy and planning, itong utang, it can spiral out of control, no? Ang dami nating naririnig na kwento about this. And the statistics are eye-opening, no? Na 45% of Filipinos have outstanding loans. Ibig sabihin yan, sa 100 participants natin ngayon, 50 dito have loans. I'm not sure, no, if that's the case right now. But mas malala siya ngayon because right now we have high interest rates. So yung burden ng loan mas mabigat siya right now. Okay? Now, not only are we baon sa utang, ang more alarming dito is sino, no? Kanino nagbaborrow yung mga Filipino, no? Did you know that 57% rely on informal creditors, no? So ito pa naman sila pa yung nagcha-charge ng mataas na interest, tapos they are not regulated. Now, these, no, parang catalyzes nila to be able to trap people in a cycle of debt. Now, ang challenge nito is sometimes, no, there are instances na it's really impossible to climb out. No? Again, kung wala kang proper financial planning, itong debt burden, itong utang can easily topple us over. Now, with this, it leads, no? A domino effect. It leads to another money problem ng mga Pilipino. We are not protected sa uncertainties ng buhay. Now, you can see here, no, yung top reasons bakit nanghihiram ng pera yung Pilipino, you see here that 50% borrow for day-to-day expenses. Now, imagine that even day-to-day expenses, inuutang pa ng 50%. Diba? Now, we know that this statistics, this is telling us na nagsa-struggle talaga yung mga Pilipino to make ends meet. Tapos, even worse, 40% borrow for emergencies. So, ibig sabihin, pag nagka-emergency pala, walang savings, wala silang choice but mangutang. Alright? Now, buti na lang, medyo konti lang yung percentage, but this is still a trouble. You look at here, no, 10% borrow simply to repay another loan. So essentially, no, may existing utang sila, hindi nila mabayaran, maghanap sila ng ibang pag-uutangan para mabayaran yung utang. Now, I hope you see the logic there, no, na matatrap ka talaga sa debt cycle. Now, ang challenge dito, what if, no, life will throw curveballs at you? No, what if magkakasakit ka? What if mawalan ka ng trabaho? No, I hope na yung pandemic, it opened our eyes to that reality. Now, did you know that 83% of us, no, lack any form of insurance? So how about you guys? Kayo ba dito? Meron kayong mga insurance lahat? No? Ang challenge kasi dito is pag wala tayong insurance, we are exposed to financial devastation. Magkakasakit lang tayo or ma-aksidente tayo. We don't know when that will happen. Sayang yung finances natin. And we've heard a lot of stories na from our relatives na what happened to the properties ng mga kakilala natin because hindi tayo financially prepared for a health crisis. Okay? Now, I know, no, parang no, saklap, kakasimula ko palang mag-seminar, pero parang overwhelming lahat yung statistics. The good thing here, guys, is that itong statistics na overwhelming, this does not define our future. Now, if you're ready, no, if you're ready to break free, no, from spending spontaneously na wala kang budget, gusto mo mag-level up ng weak savings culture natin, or gusto mo makalabas sa debt cycle and all forms of uncertainty ng buhay, can you please type freedom? No? Freedom. Kasi 'di ba kung parang ang hirap nun, no? Parang kang nakatali, no? If you're encountering all those, imagine wala kang ipon, baon ka sa utang, hindi ka prepared for life's uncertainties, no? So parang that's not an enjoyable life to live, no? But again, pwede tayong lumabas dyan, no? Ito yung purpose ng discussion natin right now. We want to achieve freedom, no? Thank you so much for your participation. Now imagine yourself, no, na instead na nasi-stressed out ka, you're lost. Ngayon, what if you have techniques to confidently manage your money, mapaghandaan mo yung future, and you can achieve your financial goals. No? So, mapapatanong tayo, no, paano ba natin ma-solve yung mga common money problems and build a more financially secure na Philippines. So the key lies in financial literacy, no? So yung financial literacy, ito po yung ability to understand and effectively use various na mga financial skills. Nandiyan yung personal financial management, pagpa-budget, pag-i-invest, no? This is where we try to understand yung mga income, expenses, budgeting, saving, investing, and best of all, no, we protect ourselves from risks. Now, did you know na ito, no, parang sobrang basic niya. Pero paminsan mas nanonood pa tayo ng mga ano, no, instead of learning about financial literacy, mas nagiging pastime natin yung mga teleserye or those mga entertainment, no? Though it's okay naman from time to time to do that, no? But it's also good, no, na that you look at your financial future, na those are well anticipated parati na nangyayari, so ma-anticipate mo na siya. Now again, yung financial literacy is not a national pastime ng mga Pinoy. Now 7% only attended a financial literacy session. So kayo dito 100 and all our Facebook live viewers, no? You are very lucky, no? Kasi sobrang less than 10% lang ang uma-attend ng financial literacy session. And I think very telling yung result kasi nung tinanong yung mga tao, no, about basic financial literacy questions, only 2% answered correctly. So, I hope that's eye-opening sa inyo, no? Now, ngayon, nandito na kayo sa 7%. Ngayon, how do we apply it? Now, in the S&P Rating Services Global Financial Survey, they found out that 75% of Filipinos are financially illiterate. Kaya ako nagpapasalamat ako kay Piper, no, kasi nakita niya yung nung value ng financial literacy for the online community, 'di ba? Kasi at the end of the day, those are still income earners. Tapos guys, I hope you'll be challenged. Did you know that yung Pilipinas, we sit in the bottom 30 of the 144 countries in terms of financial literacy? So, imagine, no, nasa bottom 30 tayo out of 144. Now, I hope, no, itong mga statistics na to naha-highlight niya yung urgent need for change. Pero again, huwag kayo mawalan ng pag-asa because financial literacy is a learned skill. Again, it's just like any other skill, it can be acquired. Okay, and tonight will be your first step in learning those skills. So in the next slides, I will share to you the 7 key principles of financial literacy. And I hope after this session, ma-empower ko kayo to weather any financial storm. And I hope all of us here sa Philippines, we can collectively rise above this ranking, no? Kahit ma-level up lang naman natin to top 50, no? Kahit mga lahati lang naman tayo. And again, hindi lang to for ourselves. Imagine if we can build a financially empowered na nation. Okay? So again, this is just not for ourselves, no, but for others as well. Now, to build wealth, kailangan natin to follow this roadmap to financial success. This is just me to simplify yung framework ng discussion natin tonight. So una, hanapan mo natin ng paraan how to better manage our hard-earned money. Pangalawa, we should protect ourselves from life's uncertainties. And lastly, dapat alam din natin paano palaguin yung pera natin to achieve our financial goals faster. And the journey starts, no, with money management. Dito pa talaga nagsisimula. This is the cornerstone of financial literacy. So if I may ask you, no, sa mga attendees natin tonight, ano ba yung usual na ginagawa natin pagdating ng sahod natin? No, sige, can you please type? Ano yung usual na ginagawa natin pagdating ng sahod? In my experience, most of the time, yung una kong naisip is kung saan siya pwedeng gastusin. No? Paminsan nga, 'di ba, hindi pa dumadating yung sahod, pero alam na natin kung ano yung bibilhin. If I may challenge you, can you try to open your Lazada and Shopee apps? Meron na bang naka-add to cart yan? ano na lang hinihintay niyan? 'Di ba budget na? Kasi pag meron kang pera na, then you can check those items out. Again ha, hindi pa dumadating yung pera sa'yo, alam mo na kung saan siya gagastusin. 'Di ba? Now, tapos sabihin natin sa sarili natin, may to be received, papunta na. So wala ka na talagang kawala, Katrina, no? Kasi coming na siya. Now, after doing all this stuff, no, sasabihin lang natin later sa sarili na whatever is left, yun ang ipon natin. But if I may ask you, from your experience, pag ganun yung ginagawa natin, income minus expense equal savings, nahuhuli yung savings, may natitira ba usually? No? Can you please chat? No? May natitira ba pag hinuhuli natin yung savings? Okay, swerte kayo kung meron, pero what if wala or worse, negative? 'Di ba? Napahaha yung iba eh. Sorry ha, medyo real talk ako dito. But medyo tame na to, no? Medyo syempre iba siya pag ano siya, coaching session siya, but here, no, I hope makita niyo yung insight. Now ako, I understand you guys, no? Kasi baka ngayon inclined tayo gumastos kasi baka yun lang yung alam natin gawin sa pera ngayon. 'Di ba? So, and yeah, syempre no, how would you apply things na kung yun lang din yung alam mo? Now, masarap din po talaga sa pakiramdam. 'Di ba? Kahit kayo no, you would admit that masarap sa feeling yung gumastos, lalo na pag pinagagastos na natin yung loved ones natin. Pero we have to realize as well na yung mga expenses natin is another person's income. Now, when I heard this quote, nagbago po yung pananaw ko sa expenses. Kasi 'di ba? Did you see na lahat ng gastos mo, income ng ibang tao? Kaya paminsan na ano pa tayo, no? Sometimes, hindi ko nga mag-gets bakit ironic for some na hindi nila maisip bakit yung mga negosyante, yung mayaman, yung iba, yung gastos na ng gastos, hindi yung mayaman. Simply because yung expense ng ibang tao, income ng negosyante. No? So sa ginagawa natin ngayon, we are prioritizing the income of others through our expenses bago tayo nag-iipon sa sarili natin. So yung first tip ko sa inyo is to pay yourself first, no? So from your income, yung una mong itabi is your savings. No? Una mo tayo itabi is your savings. Kung ano man yung matira, yun lang ang gagamitin mo na panggastos. So in this way, meron ka talagang maiipon sa sahod mo, and this helps you live below your needs. So yan lang talaga, no? Unahin niyo yung savings. But yan yung challenge ko sa inyo. Once you receive your salary sa payroll ninyo, yung next transaction ba, is that for saving or is that a withdrawal for your expenses? So that's my challenge to you. Now, this leads me to the income paradox, no? Na it's not about how much money you earn, but how much money you save. Paminsan kasi naiisip natin na hindi tayo nakakapag-ipon because sa level lang sahod natin. To some degree, meron naman talagang advantage kung malaki yung sahod, pero aanhin mo yan kung hindi ka rin nakakapag-ipon. Likely because mataas yung level ng lifestyle, bills at expenses mo. Kung ako nga tatanungin nyo, mas better pa yung tao na mababa yung sahod, pero nakakapagtabi siya ng certain percentage kada buwan. Okay? Now, I hope I was able to impress upon you the value of saving. Very simple technique. Save first before you spend. Now, talking about savings, ilang porsyento ba ng sahod ang magandang ipon? So with this, we can apply the 50-30-20 budgeting. So ano po yan? Bago pa dumating yung sahod, pwede na natin pagplanuhan kung anong gagawin. So yung suggested allocation is 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% to save and invest. No? So from these budgeting techniques, no, alam mo that your priority is your needs kasi yan yung pinakamalaking percentage. Pero we are not telling you naman na don't spend on wants. No? It's okay, no? Kailangan natin mabuhay. No? We need to live life as well. And normal for people to have wants. So yung point lang dito is, for example, you have Shopee or yung ano yung binibili natin na wants rather than needs. We just allocate a budget for it na 30% lang siya ng sahod natin. So again, I'm not saying here na bawal kayong maggastos ng mga wants ninyo. It's okay as long as within the budget. And hopefully, huwag nyo rin kalimutan yung first priority, which is your saving and investment. Now, pag meron ka nitong budget plan mo, no, 50-30-20 rule, it's like telling, no, di pa dumadating yung pera mo, but this is already a plan for you, no, telling your money kung saan siya pupunta instead of wondering kung saan siya napunta. Again, no, a budget is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. I'm not sure if na-experience nyo yun, no? Yung pagbukas nyo ng wallet ninyo, konti na lang yung natitira, di ba? Paminsan napapaisip tayo, saan ba pumunta yung pera? You're probably asking that because wala kang budget plan. Kasi before pa dapat dumadating yung sahod natin, alam na natin kung saan siya pupunta. Now, some people, paminsan nafe-feel nila na restricted sila no, pag may budget. But for me, it's not about restricting what you can spend on. But actually, para sa akin, it gives you permission to spend without guilt or regret. So for example, may gusto kang bilhin na bagay, tapos meron ka namang enough na budget for that one. Then, go ahead, buy it kasi nga, meron ka namang budget sa kanya. As long as you have a budget. Now, alam ko, no, parang sobrang dali nito i-execute, no? But if you're like me na parang makakalimutin, no? It will be very challenging to maintain this discipline consistently. And I want you to save yourself time and effort, and this is a game changer. I hope gagawin niyo po to sa finances ninyo. You automate the process. Kasi ngayon, with the online banking facilities out there, pwede na kayo mag-schedule ng fund transfer transactions gamit yung online banking facilities ninyo. Pwede din GCash, pwede din PayMaya. No? So, you can use all those online facilities na you can instruct your bank to transfer your desired budget to different accounts for a specific purpose. Now, pag ginagawa niyo po itong automation, sure, no? It ensures na hindi niyo siya makakalimutan. And with this, magiging mas disiplinado ka sa pag-budget and hindi hassle yung pagbabudget for you. And best part dito is hindi ka na magja-justify, 'di ba? I'm not sure if na-try niyo na 'yan no, na may pera kayo pero paminsan na-justify niyo sa isip niyo na ay dito ko muna siya gagastusin kasi parang gusto ko 'to ngayon, 'di ba? So we won't have those excuses already. Okay? Now, habang gumagastos ka, ito I know this will be something that you might need time to learn, no, as I did myself. It took me years to develop this skill, no, yung pagtatrack ng expenses. But the purpose of this is to check for leaks, no? So you can do this manually, no? Pwede kayo magsulat sa logbook ninyo or marami ng apps out there, no, na mobile app about expense tracking. Ako, yung ginagamit ko is Money Lover Spending Manager na mobile app. I've been using that for the past 6-7 years already. Kung meron kayo Excel, pwede din, no? You have an Excel sheet. Now, ang purpose na talaga ng pagtatrack ng expenses is to be aware of your financial status. So, alam mo kung saan ginastos yung pera and may mga reports din doon that you can see kung where you might need to adjust. No? Adjust tayo. And ang purpose nito is hindi tayo susobra sa budget natin. Okay? So again, siguro an inspiration natin bakit kailangan mag-track ng expenses to check for leaks is because of this quote. Beware of the little expenses because even a small leak can sink a great ship. Diba? Kahit sobrang ganda ng barko mo, sobrang laki ng barko mo, kung may konting butas yan, time will come, lulubog din yung barko mo. No? So again, beware of the little expenses. Even a small leak can sink a great ship. Okay? Now, with this, malalaman mo rin kung may sobra ka for the period. So, with this, you can consider to save and invest the difference. I'm not sure with you, no? But na-experience niyo yun na alam niyo na bukas, no? Alam niyo bukas darating yung sahod ninyo. Ngayon, marapit na 30, no? Alam niyo bukas darating na yung sahod sa payroll niyo. Tapos ngayon, pagtingin niyo sa wallet niyo, meron pa kayong mga 1,000 or 2,000 pesos na sobra. Anong ginagawa ninyo usually, no? From your experience? Noon, ang ginagawa ko, tendency ko ginagastos ko yung pera kasi alam ko tomorrow meron na akong bagong perang dadating doon sa bank account ko. So parang nagiging irrelevant na yung konting natitira. But I'm here to challenge you to save and invest the difference. Kasi pag dinagdagan mo yung savings and investments mo kaysa gastusin, mas madali mo ma-achieve yung financial goals mo. Okay? Yan. Wala nang sumasagot sa chat, no? Feel free to feel free to chat away kung may mga tanong ako. Yan. Now, most of the time, yung major obstacle talaga sa pag-achieve ng financial goals natin is utang. No, we talk about this kanina. Yung mga impulse na mga purchases natin, yung mga unnecessary na expenses, tapos yung mga ano pa, lalo na ngayon with the social media, no, parang nagki-keep up tayo with appearances. Now, sometimes we make bad financial decisions when we do that. And again, lalo na pag may utang ka, this is a sinkhole talaga. So, as the saying goes, no, don't buy things you can't afford with money you don't have to impress people you don't like. No? And again, by acting your wage, no? Kung ano yung sahod natin, we don't act above that. No? Huwag tayong magpanggap, no? We act our wage. We need to make informed spending choices and prioritizing debt repayment. And hopefully with this, no, you can pave the way for a secure and prosperous future, no? Lalo na sa tama, no, sabi ni Nelfa dito, no, medyo may pagka-Filipino culture talaga yan, lalo na sa Filipinos, no, na ang ano natin, no, parang symbol that we made it in life. Meron na tayong sasakyan, meron na tayong bahay, no? Those are actually good naman. Pero when you bought those ba, were they good financial decisions? No, yun yung matutunan natin later. Now, one thing na I hope, no, ito I'll share this with you kasi ito yung easiest access to debt, which is credit card, no? Itong credit card, no, meron pa kayong mga credit card? Kamusta naman, no? Nakakahabol pa naman sa natin, statements natin. No, yung credit cards, these are all powerful tools, no, for convenience, no? Tapos may mga rewards ka. Tapos maganda siya pang build ng credit history. Sabi ni Nelfa, sarado na po, no? So siguro nagka-bad experience si Ma'am Nelfa, kinat niya yung credit card. Now, ang challenge na sa credit card is it has pros and cons. Yung con niya lang is pag nagamit mo siya irresponsibly, that can lead to debt and financial hardships, no? So, I'm going to share with you mga tips to be credit card savvy. No? Gusto niyo ba ma-make most out of yung credit card? So, tip number 1 ko sa inyo is this. You treat your credit card like a debit card, no? So, yung swipe mo doon are only things that you can afford to pay in cash. So with this very simple strategy, maiiwasan mo na talaga mag-overspend kasi hindi mo naman gagastusin yung kahit mataas yung credit limit mo kung wala kang cash to pay that, then you are well within your budget. Now, this ensures na hindi ka nanghihiram more than what you can handle to pay. Now, let's go to tip number 2. No? Pag nagbabayad na kayo ng credit card, pay on time every time. So pag nagbayad kayo 2 to 3 business days before the due date, bayaran nyo na. Tapos you have to do this because may mga late fees yung credit card. No? Syempre, sayang naman yung late fees. No? So stay ahead of the schedule kasi makakatipid ka ng pera. And better yun siya for your credit score. And not only do you pay in time, tip number 3 ko sa inyo is to pay in full to avoid the interest. Ito yung pagkakamali ko noon kasi noon binabayaran ko lang is the minimum payment kasi yun eh. Ito yung whole na statement ko pero sabi niya noon minimum payment is just this amount. So yun lang din binabayaran ko. But it turns out yung excess pala that will accrue interest. So again, instead of mga minimum payments lang, settle the entire balance, no? So even just with this tip, no, pay on time and in full, goods ka na with the credit card. Now, let's go to tip number 4. No, ito for me, no, noon ayaw ko rin ng credit card, no, but dito ako na-attract, no, sa tip number 4, no, utilize your incentives. Kasi yung mga credit card, they have different kinds of promotions, mga discount, reward points, pero yung personal favorite ko is the cashback program. No? Kasi for me, the cashback is telling me that's an automatic discount to my expenses. No? Again, just treat your credit card like a debit card. You're okay with this. No? Na hindi ka lang din sobra ng gastos ng gastos. Kasi yung mga incentives na yun, it can translate to significant na mga savings, benefits, and lalo na kung cashback yung credit card mo, it can make your spending work for you, no? Si Metrobank, meron yan silang cashback na credit card. So you can check that out, no, on your free time. And ito, tipid tip for you, last tip for you is to save on annual fees, no? Tip number 5. So kung mag-acquire kayo ng credit card, pwede kayo mag-start those na walang annual fee. Or paminsan, no? Pwede mo naman sila tawagan every year na negotiate mo yung mga waiver. Ipa-waive mo yung credit card annual fee for you, no? Yun lang, usually nag-a-ask yan sila ng spending requirement. Pag nakaspend ka ng this amount, then they will waive it for you. Now, itong annual fees, it can be a burden, no? So, eliminate them as possible, no? So, eliminate them if possible. So, itong credit card kasi, this is something that you can use, hindi mo dapat siya rinirentahan. Okay? So, those are my 5 tips to you to become credit card savvy. Okay, now, talking about credit card that's synonymous to debt, no? Ngayon, tingnan natin yung hindi naman talaga masama yung mangutang, no? As long as you're able to pay it back and generate more money. So with that, kailangan natin ma-identify, no? Ano ba yung good utang and bad utang? So yung good utang, it helps you and your money increase in terms of worth. So what you can do with your money is to actually buy assets na may mga potential return siya greater than the cost of borrowing. So for example, you get a multi-purpose loan para mag-attend ka ng mga trainings, seminars, and certification courses. This is to upgrade your professional skill. And that for me is a good utang kasi syempre, you can borrow money lalo na kung hindi mo pa kaya bayaran because you are anticipating na when you are more skilled, you can be more marketable, no? You have higher income potential because of your professional skill. And that's good utang in that sense. Tapos, for example, you want to set up your online business. You can actually do a personal loan para bumili ka ng laptop. No, ang daming Pilipino na ito yung ginawa nila during the pandemic. Now, ito, another one. This could be a good utang as well. For example, mag-housing loan ka, pero bibili ka ng property, no? Pero instead of you living on that property, paparentahan mo yung binili mo. No? So, ang daming gumagawa niyan, pinapa-Airbnb nila, pinaparentehan nila sa tenants nila kung malapit sa mga schools. So, in that sense, that is a good utang because that utang can pay off the debt itself. Okay, so yung good utang essentially, no, kung nanghihiram tayo ng pera, tapos ginamit natin yung pera to improve our financial condition and increasing our assets, that is a good utang. Ito actually yung ginagawa ng mga negosyante. For example, yung negosyante, for the past 3 years, alam nila yung profit nila, gross profit margin nila nasa 30%. So what they can do, if di na nila kaya yung mga demands ng customers nila, they can borrow money from a financial institution. Yung paghiram ng pera, usually niya, nasa 8 to 12% lang. Then even if they borrow that money, kung alam nila that their business can generate 30% in margin or in profits, mababayaran nila yung utang and yung interest rin. Kumita pa sila ng excess, no? So meron pa silang profit na 18 to 22%, no? Kasi 'di ba, 8 to 12 lang yung interest rate. Now, on the other hand, yung bad utang naman, it makes your money depreciate in value. So ito yung mga utang natin na wala tayong expected income, tapos mataas yung cost of borrowing. Now, for example, gagamit na ng credit card, pambili ng mga gamit na hindi natin kailangan, tapos hindi pa talaga siya nag-generate ng income. For example, ginamit natin yung credit card, pambili ng sobrang laking TV because it's a status symbol. Okay lang yun pag ginamit mo siya as pay-per-view, pag laban ni Pacquiao or may mga sports event. Pero if it's just there, sitting at your living room, parang entertainment lang, tapos yung pinapanood pa, hindi pa value-adding, that's a bad utang. Now, For example, I think yung isa sa Pilipino, 'di ba? We get a car loan, no? For me, getting a car loan is okay, lalo na pag ginagamit yung kotse for business purposes or pinapadali niya yung mga transactions ng trabaho natin or malayo yung yung bahay natin sa pinagtatrabahuan natin. That's a good utang because syempre, yung travel time natin, no, nalilesen siya and we can be productive in those extra hours that we have. Pero what if nangutang tayo ng sasakyan just to look cool and rich? Wala pa talaga tayong clear plan or source of repayment. You're just setting yourself up for financial trouble. Now, lalo na ngayon, no, noon ang mga down payment ng mga sasakyan nasa 100,000, 200,000 down payment. Ngayon, no, I see sa mga malls na there are zero down payment na mga cars. So literal, wala kang ilalabas, no? So that may be attractive, pero you have to understand yung buong worth ng sasakyan, hiniram mo yun. So mas malaki yung babayaran mo in terms of interest. So essentially, yung bad utang, guys, this is any borrowed money that you end up losing more money kasi hindi siya nag-generate ng cash flow. So again, it's good utang if you buy assets that generate you more money. It's bad utang if you buy liabilities that makes you lose more money. Okay? So that leads me to my second key principles of financial literacy, that is pay off your bad debts, no? Bayaran niyo ang inyong mga utang, no? Huwag niyo pong snabin yung nagpautang sa inyo. Baka sinisinzone niyo na lang. Pay off your bad debts. Now, I'm going to share with you practical tips how to pay them off. Two strategies, no? So yung una is the debt snowball method. So ito, again, this is thinking na marami kang utang, no? So when you list down all your utang, ang gagawin mo sa debt snowball method is bayaran mo yung minimum ng lahat. Let's say 3 yung utang mo. Bayaran mo yung minimum payments ng 3. Tapos kung may excess ka pa, bayaran mo the most, yung pinakamaliit na small na balanse. So maganda to siyang strategy, guys, if you have many debts, marami kayong utang, tapos magkakaparehas lang yung interest rates. Because the good thing about this strategy is pag ito yung una mong binabayaran, lumiliit yung number of utangs mo. And psychologically, it keeps us motivated na lumiliit yung number of utangs natin. Now, the second strategy is the debt avalanche method. So ito, same pa din, no? What you're going to do lang is i-rank mo. You rank all your debts but in terms of remaining balance. Yung balance niyo sa utang ninyo. Strategy here is bayaran nyo pa rin lahat ng utang nyo. All their minimums, no? Kailangan bayaran minimum always. Pero kung may extra ka pa, idagdag mo sa bayad dito sa pinakamalaki yung interest rate. Now again, debt snowball is about balance. Debt avalanche is the interest rate. So again, bayaran lahat ng minimum, pay the most doon sa pinakamataas ng interest rate. So magandang strategy tong debt avalanche method kung malalaki yung utang mo. No? You have big purchases tapos matataas yung interest rate. Now, the best part of this strategy is that makakatipid ka kasi this is what makes sense, no? Babayaran mo yung pinakamataas ng interest rate, so makakatipid ka talaga ng interest payments. Okay? Kung ako po yung tatanungin ninyo, yung personal na na preference ko dito is the debt avalanche method kasi alam ko dito ako makakatipid ng interest eh. Pero the challenge here, guys, is paminsan we always see that utang, no, na dami pa din, no? Parang hindi siya nag-shrink. So kaya hindi siya motivating at times. So maganda to if you're quite patient and logical. Kaya meron tong alternative, itong debt snowball. Kasi if you're the type of person na gusto mo lang you will feel good, no? Kung sobrang lala ng financial situation mo, this might be the better choice for you. Pero hindi siya yung tipo makakatipid ka ng interest payments. Okay? So that's the debt avalanche and debt snowball method. I hope helpful ba, guys? No, please let me know sa chat section if I was able to give you practical tips paano bayaran ang inyong utang. Okay? So by now, marunong na tayo kung paano i-improve yung cash flow natin, no? So alam na natin dapat i-prioritize natin yung savings natin bago gumastos, natutunan na rin kung paano tayo mag-budget like a boss, no, na maiwasan natin to live beyond our means. And with this, kaya natin mag-ipon and mag-invest more. Now, with these money management skills, no, ready na tayo to take to the next step, which is protection. This is our next step to building wealth, no? By the way, guys, napansin ninyo, we took a lot of time dito sa money management because this is the critical part, no? This is the base of our wealth building roadmap, no? So dito talaga yan magsisimula sa money management. Sayang lang yung investments mo, sayang lang yung protection mo if you don't know how to manage your finances pa din. Now, next step is protection. So kung magaling ka na mag-manage ng pera, ang dami pa rin pwedeng mangyari sa buhay natin. Now, I hope yung pandemic, no, it opened our eyes to the reality na pwede pala tayong mawalan ng trabaho, no? Na if na wala tayong control, no? If the business doesn't make sense, pwede lang tayo bigyan ng memo that you are laid off. Now, more so, no? What if magkakasakit tayo? This brings me to the third key principle sa financial literacy, which is building your emergency fund. No? So ito very important, no? I hope meron na kayong mga emergency fund, no? So gaano ba dapat kalaki yung emergency fund mo? So yung rule of thumb ng emergency fund is 3 to 6 months worth of your monthly expenses. So for example, kung 30,000 ang monthly expenses mo, multiply mo lang yan ng 3 and 6. So ibig sabihin yan, kailangan 90,000 to 180,000 ang emergency fund mo. So how about you guys, no? Can you type, no? Sa personal situation ninyo, again, whatever be your monthly expenses, multiply mo lang ng 3 and 6, dapat yan ang emergency fund mo. How about you? No, sakto na ba yung emergency fund natin or meron na ba tayong emergency fund? So yung rationale lang naman behind this, guys, is kung number one, kung mawalan ka ng trabaho for whatever reason, yung emergency fund natin can sustain yung expenses natin for the next 3 to 6 months habang naghahanap tayo ng bagong trabaho. Alright? Now, alam ko challenging mag-ipon, no, to build the emergency fund. So I'm going to share with you tips, no? So ito, tip ko sa inyo, for example, 13th month pay, no? Yung 13th month pay natin, ano ba ginagawa natin sa 13th month natin? Kung iisipin ninyo, dapat naiipon mo ng buo yung 13th month pay mo kasi in the first place, walang 13th month sa calendar. So dapat walang 13th month expenses, no? But the question is, bakit paminsan pagdating ng 13th month pay, parang nagiging ano pa siya, no? Nagiging way siya for us to spend on things that we want, no? Na in the first place, no, opportunity yan sa'yo to build your emergency fund. 13th month, just working sa company niyo for 3 years, just using your 13th month pay, buo na yung emergency fund mo. Next, no, itong mga bonuses or allowances. Ito, I'm sure sa ano ninyo, sa trabaho ninyo, I'm sure may mga bonuses or allowances kayo. I'm not saying na itabi nyo lahat, no? But siguro a percentage niyan, lagay nyo sa emergency fund ninyo. And lastly, ito, very interesting, to salary increase, no? I'm not sure with the demographics ninyo guys, no, but siguro with time, no, I think nag-increase naman yung salaries natin. Even the minimum wages have increased through time. Pero anong ginagawa natin sa salary natin pag nag-increase? Are we increasing our savings and investments or are we increasing our lifestyle instead, no? So ano pang ginawa ninyo sa last na ano ninyo salary increase ninyo? In-increasean niyo ba yung ipon ninyo or in-increase niyo yung gastos ninyo? Okay, I hope, no? I'm not saying naman na dapat iipon nyo lahat, but siguro, i-increase nyo yung lifestyle nyo, but huwag nyo kalimutan to always increase your savings and investments as well. Okay, so I hope that was insightful for you. Now next, in the event naman, no, ito, what if magkakasakit ka? So, lalo na sa mga breadwinners out there, dito talaga yung importance ng insurance. Now, I'm not a financial advisor or anything, no. So ako, I'm just going to give you practical tips lang na makakatulong sa inyo, no. So in terms of insurance coverage, yung rule of thumb is dapat 3 to 4 times siya ng gross annual income ninyo. So if your gross annual income is 500,000, dapat yung coverage ng insurance nyo is somewhere between 1.5 million to 2 million. But that is just to start, ha, kasi through time dapat ini-increase natin yan siya. Kasi let's say nasa later stage in life na tayo, dapat nasa 10 to 15 times na yan siya. Now, ang purpose na nitong insurance is kung may mangyari sa atin, yung mga dependents natin can actually use our insurance policy na mabubuhay sila without our income. So that's very important, lalo kapag meron na kayong family, all the more mas importante ang insurance. Now, tip ko sa inyo, pag kumuha kayo ng insurance, kuha kayo ng health and life insurance, no? Because hindi mo malalaman sino yung mauuna. You don't know if you'll get sick first or kukunin ka ni Lord. So anong way natin to mitigate that risk? Kuha ka ng health and life insurance. Tapos, pag kumuha ka ng health and life insurance, this should be on top of what your company offers. Yun ang may personal ka. Ayan, may personal ka na insurance. Tapos ito tipid tip ko sa inyo. Pag kukuha pa kayo ng insurance, this is my tipid tip sa inyo. Pag binigyan kayo ng quote ng financial advisor ninyo, usually monthly yung binibigay sa inyo yan. But try to ask them magkano yung premium pag gagawin yung annually. Kasi sa experience ko, makatipid ako sa premium ng insurance ko just by virtue of paying it annually rather than monthly. Okay? But ako, even though annually ako nagbabayad, pinag-iipunan ko pa din siya every month, no? So with this strategy, nakatipid ako ng mga 20%, no, sa total premiums, no. Imagine that, no, just shifting it from monthly to annual, nakatipid ako ng 20% premium na ibabayad ko sana. So for me, that's big. So kaya relevant for me yung mga ganitong calculation. Now, again, annual ka magbayad, pero pag-ipunan mo siya monthly. Better if you factor in your insurance premium na part siya sa monthly budget mo. This should become part of your savings and investments. No, anong gagawin mo sa pera sa monthly na inipon mo? Ang tip ko sa inyo is to park your monthly savings for your annual insurance premium sa isang money market pooled fund. Kasi pag ininvest mo siya in a money market pooled fund, it's a later pag-uusapan natin yung mga money market securities, no? But those are low risk na mga investment asset classes. So kung kakailangan mo yung pera in 1 year or less, dun ang pinakamaganda kasi you're able to earn more without taking on that much risk. So ako sa akin, nangyayari sa akin, ini-invest ko yung pera sa money market na pooled fund. Tapos ano siya, no, every month nilalagay ko lang doon, tumutubo siya. After 1 year, i-redeem ko lang yung shares enough to pay for my premium. Now, every year, nangyayari sa akin is may natitira always na shares doon. That is the earnings while you are paying that, diba? So, yun, no? Tapos what if, no? Yung annual premium mo, ginamit mo pa yung cashback na credit card mo. Di sobrang laking tipid mo. Nakatipid ka na sa premiums mo, kumita pa yung monthly savings mo for that premium, tapos ginamit mo pa yung cashback credit card mo. So, I hope that would save you a lot of money. So, kahit yan lang, no? Laking matipid niya na yan. So, I hope, no? Again, hindi to siya hindi to applicable sa lahat ng insurance plans, no? But I think in general, it works. No? It works. All right. Now, sobrang lala ng pinag-usapan natin, no? Job loss and end of life and sickness. Pero yung buhay naman natin, it's not, we have dreams and visions of ourselves 10, 20 years into the future. So, dami nating dreams, no? Baka house natin, car natin, or mga gadgets out there. Baka iba sa inyo dito, gusto niyo mag-travel around the world to experience other cultures. Tapos, kahit yung mga major milestones in life, like yung pag-aasawa, building a family and raising kids, it's not as easy as before. Now, if we are going to turn these dreams into a reality, kailangan natin silang pag-ipunan. So, how about you guys? Now, if I may ask you, ano lang, pulse lang sa audience natin, ano ba yung pinag-iipunan niyo right now? Sige nga, can you please chat, no? Very full yung ano natin, Zoom room natin. I think maximum is 100, so 100 lang din yung mga participants right now. And I think naka-live din sa Facebook ni Piper, no? So I'm not sure sa live viewers din. Sige, can you please chat? Ano yung pinag-iipunan natin right now? So we have here people na pinag-iipunan nila is agricultural land, no, farm. Meron din dito yung school education ng anak. Sariling house and lot, no, those are really good, no. Timely yan, no, yung house and lot. Business expansion, education, farm and house, tuition. No? So, medyo similar sa na-mention ko yung mga images na nakikita nyo dito. Yun naman talaga yung usual. Now, I'm going to add value to people who are looking to buy their first home. So, for you guys, special to, no? Kasi I'm going to share with you the 30-33 home buying rule. Ayun, dami nagsabi house, di ba? So, ito ang tip na sa inyo. I hope tulong to sa inyo when it comes to your payment sa home amortization ninyo. So tip number 1 ko sa inyo, the 30-33 home buying rule. Tip number 1, aim for a 30% down payment. No? 30% down payment. Alam ko, no, yung traditional na process, 10% down payment lang. Some condos nga, 5% lang. But you have to understand that yung higher down payments, it translates to lower mortgage loan amount. Pero, tataas din yung interest na babayaran mo kasi mas malaki yung pera na hiniram mo. Diba? So, better, no, if kaya 30% cash down payment. Then, next tip ko sa inyo is this, no, 30-33, yung second na 30 is, this helps you keep your monthly payment in check. No? So, yung mortgage payment mo should not exceed 30% of your gross monthly income. So, let's say yung monthly income mo is 45,000, then yung limit mo for your home amortization should be nasa 15,000 per month lang. Now, when you use this rule of thumb, it ensures na yung housing expenses mo remains manageable and hindi siya masistrain yung overall budget mo. And last tip ko sa inyo, no, ito. Tip number 3, you have to let your income set the limit. No? Kasi paminsan, pangarap natin yung bahay pero even though pangarap natin yun, afford ba natin yun? I think that's the better question. No? Afford ba natin yung bahay na yun? So the good rule of thumb here is that you should keep the total cost ng home mo. Sali mo na dito yung mga phantom cost, no? Purchase price, mga closing cost, mga renovations na kakailanganin mo. All of that, no? The total cost of that home should be within 3 times your annual income. So let's say your annual income is 500,000, same sa example natin kanina, you would know if expensive yung bahay mo if yung total worth niya is more than 1.5 million. So again kung 500,000 gross annual income ka, ang affordable na home sa iyo is 1.5 million or lower. Kasi pag mas mataas siya sa 1.5 million, that might be too expensive for you. Okay? But again, wala akong magagawa. Decision mo naman yun kung papasukin mo yun. Itong tips na to, ito lang yung, this can help you to, yung burden when it comes to paying off that house. Ako, ang dami kong kakilala na they bought mga properties, mga condominiums, pero hindi nila na-factor in yung phantom cost, yung mga home association dues, yung mga utility bills, ang mahal pala, ang daming phantom cost, even the renovations. So, hindi nila na-anticipate yun. At the end, pina-assume lang nila. So, ang dami, no? Ang daming ng friction cost na nawala doon. So, yun, for it not to be a financial burden for you, I hope itong 30-33 home buying rule can help you a lot. Lalo na po, no, yung pagbili ng bahay is a significant investment, probably the biggest purchase that you're going to buy, no? Considering average time na tao. So, careful planning here is very crucial. So, I hope itong 30-33 na tips can help you, no, sa home ownership journey ninyo. And yung tipong naka-acquire ka ng dream home mo without breaking the bank. Okay? So, let's say, no, situational na tayo, no? Let's say gusto mo nakita mo, no, you went to your broker tapos na-gauge mo na yung 30% ng 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 bahay, no, or yung down payment is nasa 360,000. So kayo pinag-ipunan nyo for 3 years, that's 36 months, you will have an estimate na siguro kailangan mo ng 10,000 per month na savings in order to get to the 360,000 na down payment. But that is 2024. Mag-iipon ka ng 3 months eh. So pag 2027, na-realize mo na meron na kayong 360,000, pwede na kayo mag-down payment sa bahay. So bumalik kayo sa broker, tapos sabi mo, ready na kami to pay the down payment for that house. Now, sabi nyo, meron kayong 360,000 na. But sabihin ng broker nyo, ay, nag-change na yung value niya. After 3 years, ngayon ang down payment is already worth 410,000 pesos. So, you scratch your head, no? Tapos ask yourself, paano yung nangyari? Akala ko makapag-down payment ako sa bahay. Yun pala, ngayon, it would cost us more. So, the culprit behind this is inflation. So, again, yung inflation, ito po yung pagtaas ng presyo ng mga serbisyo at bilihin. It causes our purchasing power to weaken or go down. So, habang tumataas yung mga presyo ng mga bilihin, lumiliit yung nabibili natin for the same amount of money. So makikita niyo po dito sa chart, no? What cost us 1,000 pesos in 2010 will now cost us 1,600 in 2023. Imagine, no, nag-increase on average yung presyo ng mga bilihin ng 60% in 13 years time lang. No? So itong inflation, this is something that you should be aware of. Now, again, importante na mag-ipon tayo, i-apply natin yung money management and skills natin, pero no, we don't stop there. So I'd like to complete my key message, no, na it's not about how much money you earn. No, I hope I emphasized that already. Wala yan sa kinikita ninyo. I can confidently even say na whatever you earn, that's more than enough. No, that's more than enough. And it's not about how much money you earn, but how much money you save, no? Nasa ipon natin yan. Sayang lang yung mataas na income natin if hindi tayo nakakapag-ipon. It's all about how much you are able to save. Pero with the knowledge of inflation, alam pala natin na lumiliit yung value ng pera natin through time kasi tumataas yung presyo ng mga bilihin, you should consider to make it grow, no? Kailangan natin i-consider na palaguin yung pera natin once meron na tayong emergency fund and life insurance coverage. All right? Now, again, no, going back to the wealth building roadmap, no, alam na natin ngayon, no, we are prepared for any uncertainty sa buhay kasi we already have emergency fund and insurance coverage. But right now, na-realize natin na kailangan pala palaguin yung pera para matalo yung inflation. Now, with these money management skills and protection, pwede na tayo mag-move forward to the next step, which is to grow our money. Okay? And that's the last step to building wealth. Now, that's the fifth principle actually ng financial literacy, no? That is to invest for your financial goals. So, kanina, no, parang konti pa lang yung may existing investment, but majority of you, wala pa kayong any form of investment. Now, before I discuss anything about investing, I have to emphasize lang po, no, na yung pag-i-invest, it is personal, no? Personal siya. Yung pagpili po natin ng tamang investment para sa atin, nagdedepende po yan siya kung ano yung risk appetite natin, ano yung expected returns natin sa investments, ano yung time horizon natin na gusto nating ma-achieve yung financial goal natin, ano yung experience natin, no? Syempre, may newbie, may season, and ano yung sensitivities natin sa fluctuations ng investments. Syempre guys, no, yung investing style ng someone na kakasimula pa lang, iba yan siya sa experience na. Yung strategies ko when I started is much different right now na medyo may years na ako na nag-i-invest. Now, pag nag-invest din po tayo, dapat alam din natin, no? Kailan natin gusto ma-achieve yung financial goal natin. Kasi yan yung tinatawag na time horizon. Yung iba kasi, pag pinag-uusapan yung investment, yung iniisip lang nila, magkano yung kikitain, no? But that's the secondary question, no? Dapat alam natin yung time horizon natin and ano yung appropriate na investment for us. And yung appropriate na investment for us, that is determined, no, na by our risk tolerance. Kasi ito guys, no, if I were to relate investing, no, parang lang yan siyang pag-ibig, no? It's like falling in love. Yung pag-invest mo, meron din yan siyang mga fleeting moments, meron din yan siyang mga heartbreaks. Kasi magkakaiba po yung mga risk involved. Merong mga low risk investment, may medium risk investment, may high risk investment. But wala pong no risk na investment. No, walang investment na walang risk. There is always risk. Yun lang, merong low, merong medium, merong high. Now, the best way for us to manage that risk, no, is to invest only in things that we fully understand. Na 'di ba tulad nung pagde-date natin, no? 'Di ba kinikilala muna natin yung isa't isa to check our compatibility before we get into a relationship, no? Parehas na din sa pag-iinvest. Kailangan natin matutunan yung different investment options out there bago natin i-consider kung paano kumita sa investments. So, marami actually tayong pagpipilian, no, when trying to grow our hard-earned money, and kailangan natin maintindihan yung options natin. And to that, I would like to share with you yung mga characteristics ng iba't ibang investments. So meron tayong money market securities, no? So kung meron kayong excess cash, no, on top of your emergency fund, try to put them in mga treasury bills, mga time deposits, or mga high yield na savings account. So dito pwede kang kumita ng mga interest payments, tapos usually annualize yung interest nila. Now, kung kailangan mo yung pera over the short term, so sabihin natin kailangan mo siya within a year, mas maganda siya ilagay dito sa money market securities kasi low risk siya and relatively liquid. Tulad po nung ginagawa ko sa insurance ko, yung monthly savings ko, ini-invest ko po dito sa money market securities kasi it's a low risk, no? I'm not exposing it to that much risk. So likely after a year, medyo may capital preservation siya, no? Tapos relatively liquid siya. Pag kailangan po, pwede ko siyang withdrawin agad. Now, sa First Metrosec po, where I am representing, we offer money market na mga mutual funds and UITFs. No? Yung UITFs, those are your unit investment trust funds. So if you're the type of person na you want to save yourself time, effort, and money, you can let the professionals do what they do best. No? So yung mga funds available sa platform namin, those are from yung sister company namin, First Metro Asset Management. But we also have funds nila ALFM, PhilEquity, ATR Asset Management or ATRAM, Sun Life Asset Management, and Manulife Investment Management. So yung mga funds nila available siya sa platform namin. And all of these, no, are your country's best performing funds, and it's a one-stop shop. I think right now we have close to 150 funds available sa platform na marami kayong pagpipilian. So depende na lang sa trip ninyo. Now, the best part of investing sa funds through First Metrosec is that you can make the most out of your hard-earned money. Kasi pag nag-invest ka through the traditional channels, baka may kakilala ka na ahente, usually nagcha-charge sila ng up to 2% na sales load. So ibig sabihin, pag nag-invest ka ng 5,000 pesos, kukunan yan nila ng 100 pesos as sales charge. So ibig sabihin, 4,900 lang yung mai-invest. Now, if you're going to invest through FundSmart, no, yung platform namin sa First Metrosec, meron kaming zero sales charge feature. Kasi nga, parang do it yourself, ikaw namili lahat, ikaw tumingin ng mga different features nila. Since it's do it yourself, wala kaming sales charge feature. So imagine kung nag-invest ka ng 5,000 pesos, walang sales charge, yung buong 5,000 pesos mo, mai-invest siya. No? What if, no, yung strategy mo, regular ka mag-i-invest, ang laki ng matitipid mo. Rather than going to the traditional channels na kinakaltasan nila ng sales charge every time you invest. Ito, buo siyang mai-invest. Now, here's the best part pa. Walang sales charge, tapos you can start investing for as low as 1,000 pesos only. So for me talaga, wala na talagang reason bakit hindi ka makakapag-invest because, di ba, what's 1,000 pesos right now? Parang Even yung grocery natin, parang hindi makakapuno ng 2 bag yun, di ba? So, even students can afford nila to invest 1,000 pesos, no? So, just to get started, no? Syempre, yung dagdag ninyo, may mga funds out there, yung minimum to add is just 500 pesos. But usually starting is really 1,000. Sobrang swerte ninyo guys, no? Kasi noon, when I asked, the first time I asked, no, pumunta ako ng bangko, I asked about these types of investments. During that time, no, minimum that time was 100,000 to invest. So syempre, that time, meron akong 100 pesos, pero wala akong 100,000. So, from there, from 100,000, binabaan niya nila to 50,000, binabaan niya nila to 25, naging 15, naging 10, naging 5, tapos recently, 1,000 pesos. So, kayang-kaya siya. Now, moving on, no, these are money market na mga funds. Second type, meron din tayong tinatawag na mga bonds or fixed income securities. So, yung bonds essentially po, those are utang, no, or debt instruments. Kayo guys, nagpapautang ba kayo? No? Nakapautang na ba kayo sa mga relatives and family members ninyo? Can you type yes or no? Tapos, binalik po ba yung inutang nila sa inyo? Okay. Alright. Now, if nagpapautang po kayo, no? Nako, di naibalik ang puhunan. Inawa pa ako. Okay, so that's usual yan, no? Sorry, inaway pa. Kung sino pa yung may utang, yung pang nang-aaway, no? O paminsan ini-snub ka na lang, di ba? So that's a reality sa Filipino. So if ganun po yung experience ninyo, I suggest no you consider bonds na lang kasi dito sa bonds pinapautang mo dito to entities, either the government or mga malalaking korporasyon. Now, syempre, in terms of risk, mas mababa yung risk ng government bonds kaysa corporate bonds because ang daming income sources ng government compared to a single corporation. Now, since nagpautang tayo ng pera for a certain period of time, pwede po tayong kumita dito through interest or coupon payments. No? Matatanggap natin yan siya paminsan quarterly, semi-annually, or annually. Now, talking about interest rates, usually mas mataas yung rate ng corporate bonds kaysa government because mas mataas yung default risk ng corporation kaysa sa government. Tapos, natitrade din tong bonds sa secondary market. So, pag bumababa yung interest rates, bond prices tend to increase. Pwede din kayo kumita through capital gains. But most people, no, when they invest in bonds, they usually hold up until maturity. Kasi maganda sa bonds po, kasi after the maturity date, ibabalik po sa inyo yung principal and your last interest payment. So kung mag-i-invest po kayo for your medium to long-term goals, kung may pera po kayo na hindi nyo gagamitin within 1 to 5 years, mas maganda po siya i-invest sa bond instruments kaysa sa money market securities kasi nga mas mataas yung interest rates. Simply because mas matagal nakatali yung pera mo. Pero again, hindi as liquid, no? Yung bonds, hindi siya as liquid as your money market. So keep that in mind pag nag-invest kayo. Now, just want to share with you, no, ito po yung profit dynamics ng bonds. So pag nag-invest kayo sa bonds, no, yung offer period niyan, alam mo kung magkano yung minimum na investment amount, tapos indicated na rin magkano yung interest rate. Tapos, yung interest rate na yon kung paid siya quarterly, matatanggap mo yung interest payments na yon quarterly for the number of years niya or tinatawag natin niya tenor, no? Tenor tawag natin or maturity. Pero pagdating po ng maturity date, you will get your full principal back, no? May promise po ang government or the corporation. They have a promise since utang siya, they have a promise na ibabalik sa iyo yung principal along with the last interest payment. So actually itong bonds na to, kung medyo medyo seasoned na kayo sa life ninyo, mas maganda tong bonds kasi may preservation ng capital tapos may cash flow through interest payments. Now, just to give you insight, no, ito tapos na po yung offering nito, RTB 30. This offer ended last week ata. Offer period was February 13 to February 23. But itong RTB 30, no, it had a 6.25% annual interest rate. Tapos 5 years po yung maturity. Tapos very affordable ng RTB because it's designed to be that way. Minimum investment is just 5,000 pesos. And again, bagong development lang po to sa capital market kasi noon, for you to be able to invest in bonds, kailangan mo talaga ng hundreds of thousands of pesos minimum, no? Noon kailangan mo either 300 or 500,000 minimum. Pero ngayon, gumawa si Bureau of Treasury, no? This is offered by the government, so low risk investment siya. It's called retail treasury bonds for a reason. Kasi for as low as 5,000 pesos, makaka-invest ka na sa ganitong asset. Tapos yung payments mo, it will be paid quarterly, so you expect cash flow from it. Tapos after 5 years, ibabalik yung pera sa'yo. Okay? And ito available siya sa, yes, may nagtatanong about paano yung process. I'll present that sa next slide, sir. So, pwede yan through First Metrosec, but hindi lang government bonds. Pwede din corporate bonds like ito, nanghiram ng pera si Robinson's Land. Usually matataas lang yung minimum nila. Ito 50,000 minimum tapos multiples of 10,000 after. But relatively good rates as well, no? Good rates na siya. So, yung nagtanong about process ng bonds, no, ito I'll share with you the general instructions if you want to invest in retail treasury bonds through First Metrosec. So kami, we are part of the online ordering facility ni Bureau of the Treasury. So kailangan mo lang pumunta sa www.treasury.gov.ph, tapos i-fill out mo lang yung online form, tapos may part doon na settlement bank, pipiliin mo doon si First Metro Securities. Tapos after you order online, you are directed to the First Metrosec payment page wherein you're going to input your username and password to confirm your order and the amount you'd like to order. So let's say you invest 5,000, click mo lang yung done. Tapos number 3, you confirm your order. Tapos after nyan, papapadalhan ka na ng email wherein it will be a notice of successful payment. Okay, so 3 easy steps, no? Yung RTB30, unfortunately guys, no, tapos na yung offer period niya. This was just last week, no, February 13 to 23. So next time, no, hopefully within the year or next year, depende sa kailangan ng government, no. Imagine guys, no, ito pa. Have you realized the power of that, na parang ang pinautang mo is gobyerno, no? Hindi yung kapitbahay mo, hindi yung relatives mo. Ito, gobyerno yung pinautang mo, and you can help in the mga ano ng government, mga priority projects ng government. Kasi kailangan din to ng country. Now, that's how easy it is. Tapos pag na-list na siya, you can see that sa First Metrosec platform mo. So ito, I'm showing this to you para makita nyo anong mangyayari after maka-invest kayo. So makikita nyo yan, itong account na to, nakapag-invest to sa RTB24. Yeah, this was RTB24, 27, 28, and 29. So papansin nyo, no, since then, no, parang through the years, nag-increase na yung interest rate, 2.62 lang, naging 4.8, naging 5.75, ngayon 6.25 siya. But yun lang, no, again, yung inflation natin parang humihina na siya, no, so baka, no, I'm not sure what will happen in the future, but yung expectations ng market is baka either i-maintain lang ni central bank yung interest rate or ibababa niya. So that's why it's very important na kung may mga opportunities, ready po tayo, no? Ready yung funds natin to take chances sa mga opportunities like this. Kasi hindi natin alam. Sige, may question si Jogi, no? But maybe we can answer that during the Q&A. So, kailangan po ba na may Metrobank account? We highly recommend, no, kasi kailangan niyo yung settlement account niyo, itatag niyo siya sa First Metrosec. But we highly recommend that you use Metrobank, pero you can use any other bank. Okay, as long as may bank account kayo, yun yung kailangan for us. So that's your bonds, no? Move tayo sa last, no? So I think we still have more than enough time. So yung pangatlo naman is yung 'di ba, yung una is ipapark mo yung pera mo in money market. Yung pangalawa, magpautang ka, pautangin mo yung government in yung mga malalaking korporasyon. Itong pangatlo, hindi ka magpapautang, no? You part own other businesses. And you can do that through stocks or equity securities. Ito po yung mga shares ng mga kumpanya. No? So if you own stocks of a business, you are a part owner of that business. Kahit konti lang, you are still a part owner because you are holding shares of that business. And since you are a part owner of that business, you can share sa profits ng kumpanya through dividends, no? Itong dividends hindi siya guaranteed kasi depende siya sa number one, profitability ng kumpanya. Number two, decision ng board of directors. Pero yung usual nito is yung mga kumpanya na medyo generous magbigay ng dividends like si Metrobank ata, if I'm not mistaken, nabigay siya ng 3 pesos na dividends last time. I'm not sure kung meron pa siyang special na dividends na binigay on top of that, but medyo okay yung binigay nila lately. But there are more, no? Mga dividend yielding stocks out there like sila Meralco, sila Globe, no? So imagine, no? You have an opportunity just by owning stocks of those businesses. You have an opportunity to get some of that profits. For me, that's a really powerful thing, no? Tapos ito siya, natitrade itong stock sa Philippine Stock Exchange. So you can actually sell it para kumita ka from potential price appreciation. So kung may gusto bumili at a higher price, pwede mo ibenta doon para kumita ka rin not only from the dividends but through buying and selling it. Pero again guys, pag price appreciation yung habol nyo, govern ito ng supply and demand sa market. So may tinatawag tayo ng market risk. It can go up, it can also go down. Kaya yung best na perspective sa pag-i-invest sa stocks is a long-term financial na perspective natin. So if meron tayong pera na hindi natin gagamitin for more than 5 years, mas malaki yung potential na kikitain natin sa stocks rather than the bonds and the money market securities. So again, we can best appreciate lang that higher potential return over long periods of time. Later may papakita ko na graph to explain just that. Para ma-appreciate nyo lang po yung characteristics ng movement, no? Just to manage your expectations as well, ito po yung historical price action ni Meralco from 2017 to 2022. So as you can see here, no, nagfa-fluctuate po talaga yung presyo. So may mga periods that it trends higher, no? So you can actually profit here when you buy low and sell high. Bilhin mo siya dito, benta mo sa taas, okay yan. This up move is a 48% increase. Pero, meron din mga times na nagte-trend siya lower. So, ang magandang gagawin dito is pag bumababa yung presyo ng stock, dapat ina-avoid natin yung stock na yon. But the good thing is, for the stocks like nila Meralco na medyo established na ng mga businesses, they have given dividends consistently through the years. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, no, yung mga medyo mature na mga businesses, medyo generous yun sila magbigay ng dividendo. Kasi they can give that back to the investors rather than just in reinvesting it back to the business to grow it further. Okay? So, di ba, paminsan naisip pa natin, no? Better pa pala yung sa stocks kasi may bumabalik sa atin, pero paminsan sa pag-ibig, madalas wala. So, may mga hugot lines tayo for tonight. Now, if I may ask you, no, to our participants and live viewers sa Facebook, how much do you think? No? I'm sure you appreciate the different investment styles out there already. And for right now, we're focusing on sa stocks. If I were to ask you, how much yung naiisip nyo na kailangan nyo i-invest para makaparticipate kayo sa stock market? Just a benchmark, no? Can you please type, no? How much do you think ang kailangan nyo in order to invest sa stock market? Ayan, we have here Patrice, no, 5K, Roslyn, 8K, Cariza, 1K, Giancarlo, 10K. Okay, and nice to see na, ayan, higher number here. We have 100K. We have 10K. Okay, so, yan, I'm happy to see na different yung answers niyo. Just to get set the record straight, you actually don't need a lot of money in order to start investing, no? For example, di ba, napapapunta tayo sa Jollibee to buy a super meal na from Jollibee. Tag 264 pesos yan. But did you know you can buy a share of Jollibee Foods Corporation for as little as 259 pesos per share. Now, 259 pesos per share lang. So, minimum 10 shares to buy Jollibee. So, ibig sabihin, 259 times 10, that is 2,600 pesos. No? You can buy 10 shares of Jollibee already. Tapos, syempre, no? Weekends, no? San Miguel Beer Grande, 110 ang grande, di ba? But did you know yung nagmamanufacture niyan, si San Miguel Food and Beverage, you can buy it for as little as 50 pesos per share. Tapos minimum niyan is 100 shares. So ibig sabihin, minimum nito sa 50 pesos is actually 10 shares, no? This should be 10 shares, not 100 shares. So 50 times 10, that is 500 pesos. Pwede ka na maka-invest sa San Miguel Food and Beverage at 500 pesos. Now, I just want you to see here, no, na ito binibili natin regularly. But did you know yung kada bili natin yan is already similar amount lang for a single share of those companies. No, and I hope, no, sino kaya yung mas advantageous financially? Yung gumagastos sa mga products and services ng kumpanya or people who own shares of the company. So ano lang, tansya-tansya niya, alam niyo yung sagot niya, no? Next example, no? Piatos Super Pack, dalawang packs nun is 114 pesos. But did you know si Universal Robina Corporation, yung gumagawa ng Piatos, 118 pesos per share lang. Minimum 10 shares, so ibig sabihin 1,200, you are already shareholder of URC. Midnight Snacks, no? Lucky Me Pancit Canton, 11 pesos per pack. Pero si Monde Nissen na share is only at 10.82 pesos. Minimum is 100 shares, so 1,100, you become a shareholder of Monde Nissen already. And when you're a shareholder of the business, number one, you can earn, no? You can get some parts of the profits. Or if lalago yung business, they have good prospects in the future, pwede mong mabenta at a higher price yung stock. Bottom line nito guys is this, no? Hindi mo po kailangan ng 100K, hindi mo kailangan ng 10K, no? To start investing in the stock market. Paiba-iba siya, no? Paiba-iba siya. But even in opening an account, no? 1,000 pesos, pwede na. Okay? So later we'll get to that. Now, marami kang pagpipilian actually sa market. No? We have around 200 to 300 stocks to choose from sa market. Pero meron tayong representative. Na tawag natin dito is the blue chip stocks or the top 30 stocks in the Philippines. So, pagtingin pa lang natin sa mga logo dyan, alam natin na these are really good brands, no? We are even clients of this companies. Tapos, alam natin ito yung mga dominant yung market share nila, no, sa respective industries nila. Tapos, itong companies na to, buhay sila pre-pandemic, during pandemic, and after the pandemic, buhay pa rin sila. For me, that's a good determinant kasi imagine yung pandemic, those are 3 quarters or 9 months of little to no income at all. Imagine, no, ikaw kung business owner ka, what if 9 months wala kang income? Can you survive, no? So these businesses are financially sound businesses, kaya sila naging representative ng market natin. But again guys, ito, chine-check ito ni PSE from time to time. So may mga instances na may natatanggal, may nadagdag, depende sa metrics ni PSE. Now, yung perspective talaga natin pag mag-i-invest tayo sa stock market is really to have a long-term perspective. And I want to emphasize that in this chart. Kasi yung performance ng stocks po, govern yan siya ng supply and demand market forces. So may mga years po talaga na positive yung return niya, may mga years na negative yung return, 'di ba? Paminsan little to no change at all, no? Walang galaw in a year. But historically in 1987 to 2021, mas marami po yung mga taon na positive yung returns ng market kaysa negative na returns. Kaya rin po siguro you can see here that yung total growth rate ng market is around 775% in that 34-year period. If you're going to average that year in, year out, nasa 6.59% siya. No? So my point here is this lang guys, no? Sa like life, no? Wala pong Prince Charming, hindi po to fairy tale, no? Always see to it, no? I'm showing this to you to manage your expectation kasi we need to set it na realistic siya. And ito yung historical performance niya. Though historically guys, no, ito talaga yung most profitable investment out there. Pero yung past performance nito is not a guarantee of future returns. No? But I think you would agree with me that the trend is paakyat. No? Kung simple put, no, kung iano ko lang, I'll give an analogy to it, no? Yung stock market parang ano siya eh, parang 3 steps forward, 1 step backward, no? But yun, no, hindi natin ma-appreciate yung market if we look at it in the short-term perspective kasi if you're going to zoom in sa performance ng market year in, year out, parang hindi siya that appealing kasi it can go up and down. No? Kaya I'm showing this long-term chart sa inyo because yun ang appropriate na time horizon for investing in the stock market. No? Best appreciated siya over longer time periods. Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, no, if you have money na hindi nyo gagamitin 5 years or more from now, you might as well get the potential return sa market. No? So that's my advice to you. Now, instead of buying, no, yung iba sabi lang, sige, no, gusto ko bilhin yung top 30. But imagine yung portfolio mo 30, no? Sobrang dami mong i-monitor. Tapos pag may tinanggal si PSE, tatanggalin mo rin sa portfolio mo. Pag may dagdag sila, idadagdag mo rin, di ba? But instead of buying each of the 30 PSEI stocks tapos monitoring them individually, you might as well just buy an index tracker. Yung nagtatrack ng performance ng market. And the only index tracker na available sa market right now is si FMETF or si First Metro Exchange Traded Fund. So ito siya, it's a mutual fund pero it tracks the performance of the PSEI. As you can see here, itong blue line, this is the PSEI. Itong maroon is your FMETF. Okay, so as of February 18, it was trading at around 108.7 pesos. And I think you would agree with me, no? Na natatrack niya yung performance. No? Again, itong blue, this is the actual performance of the market. Itong maroon is the FMETF. So as you can see here, natatrack niya talaga yung performance ng market. Now at 108.7 per share, no, hindi mo na kailangan ng 100,000. Kasi kung pwede mo naman bilhin talaga yung top 30, no? Bilhin mo yung isa-isa nun, no? Tapos i-monitor mo siya individually. Pero this might be more cost efficient kasi isa lang yung bibilhin mo, FMETF lang. You don't need pa 100,000 to buy all the shares. You just buy this one share, tapos 108.7 per share, minimum 10 shares. So ibig sabihin, 1,100 lang, you are already getting the performance of the overall market. So maganda to siya for people who are just starting out na wala pa masyadong kapital. This might be good for you. Alright? Now, may nagtatanong po kung ituturo ko ba kung paano maka-invest ng stocks such as Jollibee. Yes, no, later may slide po ako. But hindi po Jollibee yung example ko, FMETF po yung example ko. Okay, but same process lang po. Whether FMETF or Jollibee yung bibiliin mo. But before we get to that, no, I just want to share with you na yung knowledge, no, I'm sure, no, are you learning so far? I hope naman, no, ang dami ko na naituro sa inyo. I hope you learn a lot, di ba? But ito, yung knowledge, no, yung knowledge, ito yung fuel. No? Sometimes kasi kailangan lang ituro sa atin para ma-appreciate natin. Sometimes kulang tayo sa knowledge, kaya nga tayo nag-attend ng seminar tonight, di ba? Yung knowledge is yun yung nag-fuel. And yung knowledge serve as the fuel that will ignite yung financial journey natin. Pero without action, it's just a spark. No? Wala lang yan, no? It's just a blip lang, no? Parang na-motivate ka lang for a while. Pero this is where the magic happens kasi what I want to do is I want to bridge the gap between understanding and implementation. Tapos na po tayo sa understanding, ngayon move po tayo sa implementation. Kasi yung financial roadmap na pinakita ko sa inyo, yung manage, protect, grow, it's not just a plan, no? It's actually a blueprint na pwede nyong gamitin for your financial dreams. And alam niyo na, dami niyo ng insights na kuha and strategies pa nga, di ba? Pero yung true power ng knowledge lies in putting them into action. So that's my sixth, no? That's my sixth na key principle in financial literacy. You act on your financial plan. So talking about acting on your financial plan, may nagtatanong din naman po no kung paano mag-trade ng stock. I'm going to show you how to buy your first stock, no? Or in this case, example natin si FMETF. So this is the first Metrosec platform, no, na you can buy FMETF shares, Jollibee shares, SM shares, no. Pag meron ka ng account sa amin, navigate ka lang, no, punta ka lang doon sa trade, tapos punta ka sa new order, tapos i-click mo lang tong buy. Syempre, no, buying tayo, you click this buy button. Tapos after clicking buy, no, you enter your stock code, for example, FMETF or kung Jollibee, JFC, di ba? So enter mo lang si FMETF, makikita mo naman yung mga bid and ask prices, how much people are buying that stock, how much people are selling that stock. So we can see here that the cheapest you can buy FMETF is 111. So ilalagay natin dyan, 111 ang presyo. Tapos currently meron 240 shares willing to be sold. So let's say bibili tayo ng 100 shares lang ha, pero ang minimum is just 10. But for this example, bili tayo ng 100 shares. So after inputting that, makikita mo yan dito yung total value ng trade mo. Tapos may charges breakdown pa. So once you're okay with that, you can then click the buy button dito sa right side. So review mo lang yung orders mo, enter mo yung password to confirm the order, and you're done. And magagawa mo to anytime, anywhere. Kasi we are an online platform. We also have a mobile app na you can trade stocks there as well. So you can use, as you can see, no, mga 5-6 steps lang. That's how easy it is to buy your first stock. All right. Now, if you're the type na, again, this is acting on your financial plan. No? Kung if you're the type of person na gusto mag-invest for the long term, I'm going to teach you this easy to implement na strategy. Tawag dito is peso cost averaging. Na very simple lang siya. Lahat ang gagawin mo lang is mag-invest ka ng fixed amount at regular intervals regardless of the market trend. No? So kung akit ang market, you get to participate. Pag bababa yung market, you get to participate. But the key here is yung fixed amount. Kasi kung fixed amount ka, nakabili ka at a high price, same amount, konti lang yung number of shares kasi mahal mo nabili. Pero pag nakabili ka rin, pag bumaba yung presyo, makakabili ka rin, but for the same amount, mas marami kang mabibili na shares. Pag gagawin mo to on a consistent basis, mga once or twice a month, over the long term, mas marami kang shares mabibili at a lower price than those shares na nabili mo at a higher price. So parang you'll get a good na tracking doon sa binibili mo na investment. But for this type of strategy, I recommend this for mutual funds, UITFs, yung FMETF. For individual stocks, I don't suggest you do this, no? Ang suggestion ko for individual stocks is to really buy it based on fundamentals or apply technical analysis. Titingnan mo yung chart, binibili na ba siya or binibentahan pa siya? Kung binibili na siya, pwede kang maglagay first tranche mo. Pag mas nagiging clear yung uptrend, lagay ka ng second tranche. Pag nakita mo na bumababa na yung presyo, we have a charting tool sa platform namin. Pwede kang mag-trim ng positions mo. So that's for another discussion kasi wala tayong oras for that. No, this is just an introduction. Now, even si Warren Buffett, no, he recommends this for the average investor. Sabi niya, no, kung nag-invest ka in a very low-cost index fund like FMETF, wherein hindi mo siya nilagay in one time, but you add on it, no, on average in the next 10 years, you'll do better than 90% of Filipino who started investing at the same time. Ito talaga, Warren Buffett recommends this for average investors. Now, this is the strategy. Let's put it into action kasi we're on the 6th day. We're talking about action, taking action sa financial plan mo. So we have here young professionals, no, si Paul and si Mark. They want to retire 30 years from now. So si Paul, he decided to start today kahit ano pa lang siya, entry level pa lang siya sa trabaho. Tapos ang afford niya lang is just 1.5 per month. Syempre, no, entry level, 1.5 for an entry level job is already a lot, di ba? Si Mark, sabi niya, later na ako mag-invest, sakto lang yung pera ko na nasa akin ngayon, no? So mamaya na ako, 10 years later na ako mag-invest, for sure, mapopromote na ako, marami na ako salary increases, I can invest more. Kasi feeling ni Mark, it would not matter if 1.5 lang yung invest niya. Later niya lang mafe-feel yung investment niya if malaki na yung ini-invest niya. Diloble niya yung kay Paul, ginawa niya 3,000. Sabi niya, for sure, no, I know I am late, hahabulin ko si Paul. Ginawa niya 3,000. Both of them decided to invest in the same thing, no, FMETF. Now, si Mark, nag-invest siya 3,000 per month. So, naka-accumulate siya ng around 720,000 pesos. Kasi mas malaki yung monthly niya eh. Pero si Paul, syempre maliit yung monthly niya, 540,000 lang. Now, moving forward, no, pagdating nila ng retirement nila, assuming na 8% yung growth rate ng investment natin on average, yung projected portfolio value ni Mark is nasa 1.7 million pesos. Now, good job pa rin kay Mark, no, kasi imagine this is money-making work for him. Kasi yung 720,000 niya, naging 1.7 million. So, nag-grow pa din yung pera niya. 'Di ba? 1.7 million, still good. However, when we look at the projected portfolio value ni Paul, nasa 2.1 million pesos. And I think you would agree with me na 2.1 million is much better than 1.7 million. No? Now, paminsan, no, papaisip tayo na parang counterintuitive yan siya, JP, no? Kasi bakit mas malaki yung total ni Paul kaysa kay Mark na mas maliit naman yung monthly investment ni Paul? What do you think, guys? Hindi naman magkaiba yung ininvest nila. FMETF, same assume na growth rate. Ano kaya yung lamang ni Paul kaysa kay Mark? Ano yung differentiator nilang dalawa? Sige nga, can you please type? Yan, I'm getting answers already. No, time, year, no? So, imagine ha, parehas sila na ininvestan, mas malaki yung investment ni Mark kaysa kay Paul sa monthly contributions niya, same growth rate. So, the main difference lang nila is kung kailan sila nagsimula. No? And I want to emphasize this to you guys, no? Kasi when it comes to investing, time is gold. No? It's okay to start small as long as you start as early as possible. Okay, I'm not saying now, no? I'm saying as early as possible. Kasi syempre, pag-aaralan niyo pa to, no? And we are here to serve as your guide, no? We can be your educator in this regard. But when you fully understand and appreciate investing already, I hope you start as early as possible. Kasi, no, if I may share with you guys, no, this has been one of my frustration / inspiration. It was my frustration because I learned about this stuff at age 25. No? Sabi ko, bakit di ko to alam earlier? Kasi pwede pa lang pala ako makapagsimula at age 18. No? Kasi that's the only time you can open an investment account. But hindi ko na tiningnan, no, yung number of years na dumaan. Alam ko yung malaki na yung impact niya, but I didn't mind na alam ko is I learn about this now. Sisimulan ko siya as early as possible. So inaral ko muna siya. Nung naging comfortable na ako, I started my investing journey. Kaya, no, nakita niyo dun sa introduction ko, 'di ba, na paminsan na-invite ako ng mga academic organizations. I make it to a point na they become my priority. Kasi alam ko, no, na how I wish, no, when I was their age, nakapagsimula na ako. Kasi again, from this example, kahit sa konting allowance nila, hindi ko maaabot yung maabot nila just by virtue of starting later than them. No? But yun na lang yun. I think yun na yung role in life ko. No? If I started at age 25, I hope I can be an inspiration and motivation to younger people for them to get started earlier. I'm not sure if they'll start at 18, 20, 21, 22, but I hope, no, earlier than my time, which is 25 years old. No? So, yun lang. That's my role in life na lang na siguro, no, na I want to make the next generation to be better money managers and people who start investing as early as possible. Okay? So that's my key takeaway for this. Now, I'm slowly transitioning to my final slides, no? Ito, wrap up na lang siya para mas maintindihan natin yung mga different dynamics ng mga pinag-aralan natin right now. And I hope you focus on this, no? On this kasi when you understand this summary niya, this is how you avoid scams. No? Kasi again, as I mentioned, no, there are only 3 legitimate investment assets right now. You have money market, you have bonds, you have stocks. As you go further to the right, the risk involved increases. Ibig sabihin yan, mas risky ang stock kaysa bonds. Ang bonds mas risky kaysa money market. But if you are able to take higher risk, the potential return also increases. Sa money market fund, 1.25% time deposit rate. Sa bonds, no, yung RTB 30, 5-year term, 6.25%. Si stocks, wala siyang fixed rates of return but 9.45% siya on average. No? Again ha, may mga times na higher than 9.45, may mga times na lower, paminsan zero, paminsan negative. But on average, nasa 9.45% yung average growth rate niya. Now, when you look at the returns, di ba, we are investing to beat inflation. And si inflation, 6% siya last year. So, kung 6% si inflation last year, ang makakatalo and okay, so bonds and stocks ay makakatalo sa inflation. So, ibig ba sabihin, hindi tayo mag-i-invest sa money market? I beg to differ. Kasi for example, dito na pumapasok yung third, no? Which is the time horizon. Yung, let's say, emergency fund natin. It's not a good idea. Again, guys, kung meron kayong emergency fund, even though attractive ang return sa stocks, you don't put your emergency fund sa stocks. Kasi nagpa-fluctuate yung performance. And yung emergency, you don't know when that will happen. Will that be tomorrow, next week, next month, next year? But alam mo, pag nangyari yun, dapat may liquid funds kang makukuha. So for your emergency fund, which is a short-term financial goal, dito mo siya ilalagay sa money market. Again ha, insurance premiums ninyo, your emergency fund, money market na ilagay. Pero for your growth fund, no, yung fund na ipapalago nyo over long period of time, titimplahin nyo na po with your bonds and your stocks. So, depende na lang po sa comfort level ninyo, it would be a mix of bonds and stocks. So, what's my point here, guys? No? That leads me to my next part. No? Last principle when it comes to financial literacy, which is diversify. Never put all your eggs in one basket. So sa paiba-ibang financial goals, you invest your money in different investments. Because by virtue of diversifying, binabalanse mo po yung risk na tinitake mo, which is inherent as an investor, with the potential rewards of investing. Alright? Now, ito ha, this is how you avoid scams. Yung mga scams, usually sinasabi nila, you can earn, no? Again, ito yung relationship ha, higher risk, higher potential return, but you can only get that higher return over long periods of time. But yung mga scams, yung sinasabi nila is usually, this is a low risk investment, pero high return, no? Dito pa lang, X na, no? If you want to get higher potential return, you must have taken on higher risk. That's the usual na relationship. But if someone offers you a low-risk investment with a high return, red flag na yan siya. Tapos sasabihin niya pa, itong high return, makukuha mo lang siya over a short period of time. 2 red flags out, no? Hindi siya in line with the usual na aspects. Again, for you to get high returns, you usually take on higher risk. And you can only get that high returns over long periods of time. Walang investment na magbibigay sa'yo ng high returns over a short period of time with a low risk na profile. Okay? But yung pinipray, no, yung parang what they are trying to pounce upon you, yung mga scammers, is actually your greed. No? Actually, kasalanan nyo rin yun eh. Kasi greed nyo yun eh. Di ba? Gusto mong kumita ng malaking pera in a very short amount of time. Yung pagbibuild ng wealth is a marathon, no? Hindi siya 100-meter dash, no? This is turtle versus hare, no? So, daming story niya, no? Take it slow, no? Build wealth slowly. Slowly. Huwag kayong greedy. Greedy kasi yung iba gusto nila kumita ng malaki in a short amount of time. Alright? So, I just want to share with you as well, no, para masasabi niyo rin that I walk my talk, no? Ito yung current na investment vehicles ko. Majority ko is in stocks. Meron akong konting bonds kasi for me, I consider myself quite young. Okay lang na may konting exposure ako sa bonds but hindi ko pa siya that need, no? Siguro pag tumanda ako, mas lalakihan ko yung bonds ko. But right now, mas importante yung growth potential ng stocks kaysa stability ng bonds. Kaya mas malaki ang exposure ko sa stocks, konti lang sa bonds. But there are other alternatives there as well, no? If you have good cooperatives out there na okay yung dividends nila, yan, go for it, no? But again, don't be attracted for the high dividend yielding ng mga cooperatives. Look at the stability. Kasi sayang yung malaking kikitain mo kung next 3 years wala na yung co-op na yan. MP2, very popular as well. That's also a big part of my portfolio. And napapansin niyo guys, no, yung gusto ko yung mga dividend paying na mga investments because yung goal ko talaga, no, ang goal ko talaga by 2035 is yung annual expenses ko mamimit na ng passive income that I generate. So ito yung parang ano ko, no, I hinide ko lang yung actual numbers but look at the progress lang na tipong this is my goal. I want my annual expenses to match my passive income because siguro by then, I can consider retiring. No, kasi, di ba, kung sagot na ng investments mo, passive income that you generate from your investments, yung mga gastusin mo, then you can consider to retire. But syempre, yung challenge mo dito is you don't move the goalpost, no? So yung lifestyle mo, keep it intact, no? Para easier for you to achieve your goals, no? Problema kasi sa iba, tinataas nila yung lifestyle nila kaya kahit gaano paglako ng investment sila nahihirapan umabot. Okay? So, yan, no? Now, again, parang closing quote for you is this, no? Why I do this is na-inspire ako sa quote ni Warren Buffett. Sabi ni Warren Buffett, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And ako, I don't want to do that, no? So ako, ngayon habang medyo productive pa ako, I'm finding really ways na kumita ako ng pera yung passive way, through dividends, through interest payments. Medyo syempre, no, medyo mahirap siya on my end kasi I could have spent that money, I could have enjoyed life right now, but this is delayed gratification, no, na hopefully in the future mag-pan up. Di ko naman alam ano mangyayari in the future, but I believe, no, it has a positive outlook moving forward. All right. Now, to close my presentation, no, just final pala, no, this is the Filipino Retirement Scenario Survey ng SSS. 45% are dependent on relatives. No, dami natin narinig ng mga stories about that, no. 30% are dependent on charity, no. And ako, ito yung pinakamasakit for me, no. 23% of retirees, after they retire, they go back to work. Okay, and yan yung isa kong goal. I want to trim that down kahit maging 20% na lang yan siya with our market education effort. So, yan, I hope makatulong ito, no, na para mas no, mas madali natin ma-achieve yung comfortable retirement. And makakatulong yung tinuro ko sa inyo right now na 7 key principles of financial literacy. So, first, you start with money management. Pangalawa, bayaran mo yung mga bad utang mo. Third, build ka ng emergency fund. Dapat meron ka ring insurance coverage. Tapos, panglima, you invest for your financial goals. And most importantly, you act on your financial plan. And lastly, seventh, you diversify your investments. Now, those are the 7 key principles of financial literacy. Now, however, no, I'm a little bit over time, but I hope, no, you stay with me. Yung financial literacy isn't just about knowing yung terms and concepts na tinuro ko sa inyo. It's really about protecting yourself. Kaya tinuro ko sa inyo yung relationship ng risk, return, and time horizon kasi 11% of Filipinos have fallen victim into scams. Tapos yung lack of knowledge pa, it makes them susceptible to scams tapos nami-miss out pa nila yung legitimate investment opportunities like yung tinuro ko sa inyo right now, yung stocks, bonds, and funds. As I mentioned kanina, only 1% invest in these stuff. No? So konti pa lang talaga. Ang na-realize ko pa nga dito guys, no, 11% naka-experience sila ng financial scam, pero yung nag-i-invest sa mga legitimate assets, 1% lang. So ibig sabihin, mas gusto nila yung scams kaysa yung legitimate. No? But you know where the story will end. No? So at the end of the day, financial literacy is not enough. Kailangan din natin ng financial inclusion na para lahat ng mga financial products and services, they are accessible, they are affordable, and with those concepts, it can help them make it more convenient para lahat tayong mga Pinoy can save, invest, and build financial security. So I'm going to share with you a few more minutes na lang, few more slides to go, 5 minutes na lang siguro, how First Metrosec contributes to financial inclusion. With your First Metrosec account, no, lahat ng diniscuss ko sa inyo, you can actually trade stocks, you can invest in real estate investment trust, mga exchange-traded funds, makapag-invest kayo sa mga mutual funds, unit investment trust funds, and even bonds, no, all in one platform sa First Metrosec. Now, you can access yung mga investments mo through your desktop, your laptop, tablets, and even mobile phones. Meron kami mobile app as well. And we're doing quite pretty well, no? Kasi ang dami naming awards na na-receive, no? From being the best online broker, best stock brokerage house, most innovative online trading platform. May mga awards pa na 6 years in a row namin napanalunan, which is the best online trading platform and best online broker. We won that for 6 straight years. Hopefully, ma-continue namin with your support. But for me, mas importante itong recognition ni Bureau of the Treasury, no? For recognizing First Metrosec sa contribution namin in the pursuit of strengthening financial literacy and inclusion for Filipinos here and abroad, no? So, if you learned a lot from my session, no, feel free to invite me for a free and exclusive na mga learning series, no, for your company, school, organization, or clients. If you feel, no, yung mga natutunan niyo right now, pwede natin maibahagi sa mga respective circles natin. Just email me, no, either through our market education email or my personal email, which is jbiliones@firstmetrosec.com.ph. Now, we can deliver the services. Now, I know you come from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Don't worry. We have representatives in Manila, Cebu, and Davao. Yung offices namin nasa Metro City, sa Makati, sa Cebu City, and here in Davao City. Now, for you here in Mindanao, yung office namin is located sa 3rd floor, Abriza Ayala Mall. This is our contact number, and kami yung 3 representative. Ako, si Joanna Ramos, and si Isnaira Dirampaton. Now, for social media channels, you can visit our website, that's www.firstmetrosec.com.ph. Sa Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Viber, hanapin nyo lang yung handle na @firstmetrosec. You can also download our First Metrosec Go mobile app, lalo na for those of you who are interested to open an account. Nasa Google Play or Apple App Store lang siya. Para na kayo nag-open ng GCash or yung mga Maya account, it's so easy. Apply lang kayo online tapos submit the requirements. Yung requirements, very simple lang. Kailangan lang ng isang valid ID, proof of address, no, usually nga utility bill doesn't have to be under your name. Kasi syempre, what if nakatira kayo sa family members ninyo or nagre-rent kayo, no? Any proof of address will do. Kuryente, tubig, internet, pwede. Tapos proof of bank account, kailangan din pala. We highly recommend na Metrobank para mas madali yung withdrawal process. Pero you can use any other bank as well. Mas matagal lang yung crediting niya, no? Then when they ask you, no, please use the seminar code KOM, no, para malaman namin that you came from this webinar. And when you're going to use that webinar, yung initial funding requirement niyo will now just become 1,000 pesos. So imagine with your 1,000 pesos, pwede ka nang makapag-invest. Ang dami mo ng option doon, no? Pwede ka nang mag-invest sa mutual funds, pwede ka mag-invest sa stocks na kaya, but that's the minimum initial funding. And ganun yung inclusion namin. Now with this small amount of requirements, makakapagsimula ka ng mag-invest. And if you'd like to learn more, I have a Facebook page that I'm trying to build for a couple of months already. So feel free to scan this QR code if you'd like to be reminded from time to time about anything about personal finance and investment literacy. I hope you will help me as well to educate Filipinos, paano mag-ipon ng pera and hopefully invest to achieve their financial goals. You can see here as well ang aking work number and my email address. No? So, like, follow, no? So, share it to your friends if you find them valuable. I recently posted there yung Pag-ibig MP2 na strategy ko if you want to earn annual dividend income, so you can check it out. That's one of my latest posts. And you can also book me a free siya na one-on-one consultation, usually Saturday mornings. You can schedule me between 9 a.m. to 12 noon. So yung link on how to schedule nasa page ko na lang din. So with that, it's already 8:15. Let's go for the Q&A. No? Back to you, Piper. Babalik ko ba sa'yo, Piper? Or we can go with the Q&A already?
Sir. Thank you so much for JP. So, actually nakinig din ako because it's been months or years, no, since I last learned from you as a financial advisor. So if you have questions, sa Zoom, you can always chat. Pero sir, majority of what they are chatting is pasasalamat talaga. Your presentation talaga is very informative. And marami ka talagang i-share for tonight regarding tips for financial management. So again, guys, I encourage everyone to follow the Facebook page of Sir JP. Tapos pwede nyo siyang i-directly send ng message if you are planning to invest or ask questions kung saan mas magandang ilagay na vehicle ang inyong finances. Okay, so to everyone, I believe, sir, wala naman silang questions, no? So, I am now going to end the webinar for financial literacy and management. So, to all participants, don't forget to fill up the attendance sheet. And maraming salamat sa lahat na nag-participate ngayong gabi. Sir JP, thank you very much. I hope to see you personally soon here again in Davao.
Yeah, thank you so much, Piper. And I hope the attendees learned a lot, no? And
Yes.
hope to see you around, guys.
Okay, so that's it for tonight. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Maraming salamat. Sir JP, goodbye. Thank you very much.
Sige, thank you, Piper. By the way, yung mga certificates nyo, feel free to reach out to Piper if you'd like to get your certificates.
Yes.
And
Don't forget,
thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Pwede na po kayong mag-leave. Thank you, Sir JP.
Thank you, Piper.
Let's all welcome Miss Piper Labuang. The road to success is not easy to navigate. Yan yung lagi kong sinasabi sa mga participants. But, number 1, with persistent hard work. Number 2, well-founded drive. And number 3, unwavering passion, it is very promising to achieve your dreams.
Things that you might be considering would be the cost. It's part of your capital outlay. Learning is always part of your capital outlay. Let me leave this thought to you right now. If education or improving is really expensive, please don't forget this. Try ignorance. You will never go from there.
Attending events like this is very important because you will continue to grow, you know. In a case like this, who among us are actually gaining more? The speaker sharing or you guys? You guys. So always attending mga events like this would really help you out.
Your future is created by what you do today. Not by tomorrow, not by yesterday. So as much as possible, work hard. It's not na parang magic siya, na parang pag once gawin mo siya, pag pumasok ka sa freelancing o maging entrepreneur ka, everything will be good. No, it has a lot of hard work.
Personally, I'm encouraging everyone. So you get the benefit of how other online e-commerce, Filipino e-commerce people are also earning.
I encourage you to use Payoneer because the savings, you get to go to Singapore. Click on refer a friend, and then when your friend earns $1,000 in Payoneer, both you and your friend get $25. Easy as that.
We connect 500 airports globally in 22 major hubs. So we serve more than 220 countries. There's only 12 countries that we don't serve. We serve North Korea. So baka lang may mag-order, kaya namin siya padala doon. Okay?